Hi guys, hope you're good. I'm your host today. It's Warband Old Boy with one of my good friends, Gareth. We're going to be doing some casting for you today for the Valorant League. We're going to be casting Hentai Havens versus Claytrons in the losers bracket today. Super excited to finally get to cast for you guys. Hopefully we should be in for a really good game. Having played Haven last week and experienced their bot lane, I'm super excited to see what they do today. Hopefully we can get off to a good one. Gareth, George, say hello to everyone just so they can hear your beautiful voice.
Hi guys, how are you all doing? My name's Gareth. I've done a little bit of semi-professional casting in the past, and I've been asked to come on today with Niall to do a quick impromptu best of 3 for you guys. And thanks very much for having me as well. And hopefully it's going to be a bit of a crazy set of games.
Yeah,
so we can see just how far these lower end teams can push the meta at the minute.
Well, yeah, it's going to be really exciting, and the teams look like they're ready. Ready flags are going up. Really interested to see what we get from the teams in terms of draft. I don't expect Hecarim to make it very far. Interested to see what mages we see bot lane. Let me just let the guys know we're ready. And we'll get into it, and hopefully we should have an exciting game today. I think with Tebow in the jungle as well. I've been on the receiving end of his Hecarim, so let's see if he gets through pick and ban. But yeah, no, like I said, I expect to see the Hecarim go. I expect to see a Gnar go, as well as an Orianna. Both teams seem quite proficient on those champions, so it makes sense for them to go. Not surprised at all to see Zeri go as well on the bot lane. Yeah, and then Zyra.
There was this. I just had to look at Daniel's match history there, and he's Zyra 12 games out of 10 games out of 12. So I'm not even surprised to see that going either.
No, do you know what? Karthus is one of those that you know, I mean, now in hindsight, I feel like would be the perfect champion for Hentai Haven, right? It can play in jungle, it can play in ADC, it hits their mage bot that they love to play. Absolutely. It's actually a really good ban.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And seeing more go on the other side, I'm not surprised by that at all. I believe it was Berg who plays a bit of that. Caused us no end of problems. And Sam's Yasuo has gone as well. Nothing really surprising me. Hentai Haven, obviously, they do a handshake. So what you wouldn't know, Gaff, is if someone bans Morg, they normally ban Lux. It just makes them feel I think that it's just because he's such an oppressive support at the moment, definitely between gold and plat elos. A lot of support that people find hard to deal with, but obviously that does leave Hecarim open, which I thought was going to be banned.
Instant first pick, it's leaving open such an oppressive champion, especially for Tebow being a Hecarim main. It's they must have a plan in place to deal with that.
Well, do you know what? We thought we had a plan in place, and Hecarim smacked us in the mouth. So I'll be super excited to see what these guys can do in terms of stopping this Hecarim be a thing. I was getting really excited because Nasus was being hovered, and I was like, the doggo. Are we going to see the doggo in ADC? Obviously, it was played in ERLs this week, so that would have been super interesting. And I'm not surprised we're seeing an Ezreal pick here. Obviously, Ezreal super safe ADC is going to be able to dodge a ton of poke. Really interested to see now what Hentai Haven do, considering that basically Claytrons have gone, look, keep your bot lane. We don't want to play in it. We don't want to have a party with it. We're going to pick Ezreal and we're going to let that lane just farm out. I'm expecting the Karma bot here. I'm expecting the Karma bot. Maybe either... I'm trying to think what it could possibly go with. Pulling back to what they were picking last week. Maybe we will see a Xerath. We could see a Xerath has not been banned. We could possibly see a Seraphine or a Soraka. Or we might just not see anything. You never know. They might want to hide the pick. But I think they're going to...
and they're actually this week. Interesting.
Oh, okay. So I think that means that Sam Vetty is going to go bot. Yeah. And that means one of those guys who we felt that was going to go support is going to go into mid. So I think we're going to see a utility mid here, which could be really interesting. I think now the problem that Claytrons have got is they've given Jinx a free lane. right? And
Yeah,
Jinx
no,
is
absolutely. There's not no like obviously now trying to pick an oppressive support against the Jinx is a little bit of a counter to it, but at the end of the day, you're still paired with an Ezreal. Unless the Ezreal is in the top of his game, he's not going to be able to capitalize and make his way through the minions with Jinx's range.
absolutely, and that's one of the things. Already, you're looking at the Claytrons bot lane. You're like, both champs kind of want to do different things here, right? So it's going to really depend on whether or not Shenzhen or Otari can get out of lane, maybe influence the mid, influence jungle, or influence top.
Mhm.
Um, that Jinx picks caught me off guard. It was the second round of bans coming. The doggo is gone. I'm
Yeah.
upset about that. I
I'm
won't
all
lie.
just for reference, I am also totally caught off guard by a Jinx pick because about 5 minutes before coming on to this now, I was like, they're definitely going to play a mage bot, guys. They're definitely going to do it. And I'm disappointed to not see it, but at the same time, we're always down for surprises.
Absolutely right, and that's what you want to see, I suppose. Maybe they've looked across and gone, look, we need to have more impact from bot or more late game, and we're going to get that from the ADC role better than we're going to get it from mid or from top, because obviously Jinx will take over this game
Yeah.
if played correctly post 25 minutes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like she just as long as she doesn't die or dies as little as possible and is able to farm well. Currently based on what I'm seeing, the only real stop here is an Echo Leona combo, and you know, again with a Karma and maybe more utilities mid lane and more utility top lane, this Jinx could really just be a
Do
free
you
pick.
know what the worst thing is, right? I just saw it in chat and my brain's just flashed back. They picked Vayne mid last week. This could be a Jinx mid, and if it is, I'm going to go cry in the
Oh,
toilet
really?
because oh no, there we go. The Silas is saving me potentially from crying. I really want the Jinx to go bot. Please do not play this mid, Hentai Haven. Please go bot with it. It's where it should be. Please. But we see Silas picked up. I believe that's probably going to go top. I actually like the Silas pickup. It's got Leona engage. It's
Maybe it's
got
not
the
going to go top
Ezreal.
lane. Maybe it's going to
Oh
actually
no,
win.
good mid. They're
Yeah.
playing a normal comp.
Can you believe it? A normal
No.
comp in a tournament game out of this world, guys.
It's a really nice comp as well. I really like how they're drafting. So basically, they've got absolutely solid dive and engage with the Hecarim and with Silas. Jen
Oh,
can ult either of those two targets. Karma's there is for shields, heals, slows, stuns, roots. Basically, to keep that Jinx up. Both teams have drafted really well. I think the only pick I'm not a massive fan of is Ezreal, but you have to pick it. Because you just don't know what's coming out of this draft from HH. So,
do you know what I'm really excited to see here? I am really excited to see a Syndra pick in this league. I absolutely love seeing
I love
Syndras no matter
Syndra.
where I go. There's just so much potential with the champion, to be able to not only just one shot someone, but to make really clutch saves and picks. Like I just
Yeah.
love watching Syndras in games.
The 2v2 in this game, hopefully, Touchwood guys, should be pure fire. Hecarim, Echo, both want to get involved, both want to put some damage down, and Silas and Syndra both have really nice setup as well. If I'm right, the Silas stealing the Syndra is not the best in the world, though. I believe it's
No,
reduced.
it's not great. He only gets three
think-
balls
Yeah, he
because
gets
he
three
can't do
orbs,
two
right?
anymore. Yeah.
So
Basically, so that means his damage is all forever capped, so he's never going to really want to take hers unless it's in a 1v1 situation in the mid lane.
And now that I think about it, realistically, Silas is either looking to take Leona's ult or Ezreal's ult, really. Ekka's ult's not really going to do it for him either, unless he wants to do an invade or make a risky play and then come immediately out of that. But obviously, with the lifesteal that Silas has naturally in his kit,
Yeah.
when he goes in, he wants to kind of stay in. So I don't know how Sam's going to play this. I'm assuming, Sam's obviously taken the side, so I don't know how Sam's going to play this. I'm so excited to see HH playing normal comp. I hope one of their players are earwigging this and they've realised that they've completely sent me for a loop. But obviously, just looking at the comps, is there a particular team that you favour at all?
Honestly, I really believe that if the the team with the Syndra and Leona are able to capitalize, on those picks and are able to really just nail down the Jinx, then I think they're able to run away with it. And so they're both very, very balanced. It really is down to, I believe, how the junglers play it out. This is a very much where every lane shouldn't really die. Every lane should be allowed to do their thing, and it is all down to jungle influence and getting objectives and forcing things to happen.
Mm-hmm. And the team fights here are going to be so good. I think a lot of this does depend on how top goes, right? So obviously, Shen at some point is going to leave top. If Fiora rushes and she gets her mythic, I don't know what mythic she may go for, of people like Gordrink or potentially Triforce. Maybe she goes into a Hull Breaker, then they're going to have a problem on their hands. No one wants to be left alone in this lane with Fiora. If she gets ahead, it's going to be it could be no fun for Beg or for Sam Vetty if they're putting with them. I really like HH's draft. I think it ticks all the boxes as far as I'm concerned. I
It's
was
so
a little
well
bit absolutely right, and the
done.
problem that Fiora's going to have is obviously Shen naturally counters her anyway. That being said, when Shen does lead the lane, Fiora can farm, Fiora can get that CS going.
In saying that, though, Fiora was picked into Shen in this situation.
Yeah, it was their
You
counter
know?
pick actually. Yeah,
I don't
which
really
is why
think
I'm a
he
little bit
necessarily.
confused.
He doesn't necessarily counter her per se. It really is down to a skill matchup. You know, if Fiora is
Mm-hmm.
able to manage his W and manage his dash, you know, with her W, it really is just down to a skill matchup. And I really would like to see a Fiora exceed against the Shen because it will effectively put Shen back in his place as a top laner that isn't as aggressive as everybody likes to believe anymore.
Well, yeah, I think the thing with Shen though is with the changes to TP, obviously that first 15 minutes, probably the last 5 minutes of that 15,
Mhm.
Shen has something that no other top has, which is a full map impact. Obviously they shackled the TP. They can only go to towers. So
Yeah.
Shen actually can be an active component on those dives. Can be a real big impact to protect against a dive or for Drake. And it really gives them a lot of Drake priority post level 6. So I'll be really, really excited to see how they deal with that and how they maybe change how they're going to play.
Thing is, at the end of the
Oh,
day, though, like if they're going to the way I see this playing out effectively is they're going to sit and they're going to be chilling until level 6, and absolutely Hecarim and Shen are going to try and force a dive at level 6 to level 8. Whenever Ezreal just isn't strong enough to fight back, but at the same time, you know, is more effectively a free kill if played correctly. But at the end of the day, here, if they're able to pick up on this, and if Claytron realizes that this is going to be a situation that's going to happen, then they can prepare for that well in advance because they definitely have the ability there with their champions to stop that kind of early game momentum from kicking off.
mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a perfect game for HH is that no one dies in 10 minutes. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
They
absolutely.
scale really, really well. Their ease of execution is pretty straightforward. Don't let Jinx die and we win. You know what I mean? Let Heka do Heka things and they should be absolutely fine. I don't know, just to make sure, because I'm having a little bit of stream trouble. I think Brit blazes too, so that's fine. We just got a bit of dark screen.
Yeah, I'm just a bit
Hopefully it
here as
fixes
well.
itself. Ah, there we go. We're good. Blaze comes in with the technical help. I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, so realistically, what Hayden Tyre wants to do, they want to no frills, no sort of action first 10 minutes. Just deal with the early pressure that Echo and Sinja can put forward, and then deal with it that way. And obviously, Claytrons kind of want to do something similar, but their ease of execution is a little bit tougher. And it's just
Absolutely.
it'll be interesting to see how both teams deal with that because I mean, carrying as an Ezreal and carrying as a Jinx are two very different things.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, kicking off into the game itself. It looks to be a pretty standard counter invade setup coming from Claytron's side here, just trying to cover all entrances into their jungle early. And even, you know, just missing them, but here we see Echo already having to process his flash 30 seconds into the game due to a 3-man invade going into the top side. A little ward put down on each side's raptors, just for a bit of information to see where the junglers are going.
It's a really smart play by them, really. No one normally expects the top side invade. Really, really quick flash, though, from Wizard to make sure that he doesn't succumb to anything. Maybe we don't see anything from Echo then for the first 5 minutes. Because it's a lot of ground for him to cover to get to any of these champions.
Absolutely. And
So
losing that flash so early would just, it really sets him up to be, invaded by the Hecarim. He knows that the Echo is effectively defenseless unless his team's able to capitalize on the counter invade, at this stage.
what is also interesting is Hecarim obviously starting blue side, so maybe he wants to get an early gank onto bot. Will obviously mean we're not going to get that crab fight that we normally get, which should be pretty interesting. But it does mean Fiora's going to have to push this guy in, push the Shen in, maybe get that early advantage that she probably needs to snowball this lane.
Definitely with Hecarim starting up on the blue as well, he's probably just going to do a full clear top to bottom, having no restrictions on his mana, on his Q. He'll just be able to just go top to bottom with no problems, knowing that the Echo won't be bothering any of his lanes anymore. And as we can see, just early game here, everybody's farming and nice and chill. Nice counter trading in the mid lane and the top lane right now. And we can see bot lane blue side is pushing in quite heavy against the Ezreal, trying to stop as much farm as possible there.
Yeah, I think that's the name of the game, isn't it? Use the Karma poke, make Leona be defensive before she gets that infamous level 2 spike. We've all been a victim of it. We're all playing silver, gold, or bronze or plat here. We've all been on receiving end of an instant engage from a Leona level 2.
Once those 3 minions in the second wave go down, it is always a worry with the Leona for sure. And look to be that nothing is happening in the bottom lane. They're just chilling and relaxing. Ezreal taking a fair amount of poke from Hentai Haven's side, but again, that's to be expected. It's a very aggressive poke lane in the bottom side.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If Karma lands that Q, then Jinx can come in with the slow, doubles up on the poke, and next thing you know, you've lost the 4 HP.
Huge trades happening in the mid lane here as well. While you're talking there, Syndra, where did your health go? My goodness, that was an unfortunate trade. I'm pretty sure she typed a tar hit, and that's what it went around downhill there. But overall, it's Silas level 3. I'm not even shocked at this stage. The Syndra got on to play this. Just sit back and take this whole wave. Take a little back real quick and just leave. But it's not looking like it. Silas hitting his E and getting first blood 3 minutes into the game. Hentai Haven already ahead. That is just not what you wanted to happen if you were Claytron.
And you definitely didn't want to go into Silas. Sam Vetty has a history of carrying this team, a history of being the guy when they need him to be the guy. I'm not surprised that's where the first blood has happened. He's a super strong top mid laner. Loves those aggressive trades. Oh, wow. Already.
Explosive start. I was not expecting that to happen so early. Little bit of misplay there from the Syndra, but it happens to the best at the end of the day. We see Echo just taking it back here, having done a full clear top to bottom and got a Scuttle Crab on top of that as well.
I can understand why Syndra wants to stay, right? She doesn't want to give up the first couple of waves. She wants to try to be aggressive. She wants to stay in the game. But when you're core HP, Sam's got his flash. He's got his side engaged. Sometimes it's best just to back, use your TP, reset, come back, and just live again. But obviously, Syndra uses the TP. It's not game ending.
Coming in top lane, Hecarim coming straight into Fiora. Fiora missing her W on the Shen snare, but unfortunately nothing happened. Cole being really cheeky, queuing back and hitting a little bit of damage on there.
Her parry was so good there, by the way. It was such a good parry. Stops the taunt. Well. Oh, it's so good. It's so good from Vex. It keeps him alive. Really can't complain.
We have a flash coming out from the Syndra in the mid lane, getting abused once again by the Silas. Honestly, Echo needs to come and step in here to this mid lane because it looks like it's going to be a hard one. We see Hecarim walking behind as well through the pigeons on the side. And this is a very clean, very easy dive. Instantly dead. We're going to possibly see the flash coming out for Sam Vetty, keeping himself alive. And unless Leona's walking up here, no,
the flash.
The perfect flash coming out from Savage. He's going back in. He's going to hit the Echo. The slow coming back on the Echo Q, stopping Hecarim from capitalizing on it.
I tell you what, that's a great dive from Hecarim, just showing the confidence that they have in Sam. They're going to back him every time that they can. It's just an absolute bloodbath in mid so far for Shadow.
Absolutely popping off. 5 minutes into the game, busting a flash, getting a kill, getting an assist. I noticed that kill actually went to the Hecarim as well. Hecarim has now got the ball rolling for himself too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the gold lead's not going to be massive at this point. Sam will now probably just back at an item advantage and just hopefully start pushing in that CS lead. But you've got to watch these Hecarim dives. Echo's got to be there. He's got to be realizing that, look, my mid's in trouble. I need to maybe leave the Gromp.
And we see Leona coming in with the Echo. Flash coming out on the Karma. Echo unable to finish off his W. keeping her safe for now. However, that means she is prime for a regank very soon.
Absolutely. And Hecarim's there, though. Like, if that went any further, Hecarim was around. He's ready to go. And here we go again.
Oh, directed camera moving away because nothing happened down there, unfortunately. Hecarim wasn't able to catch up in time. He was just about to go off and directed camera was like, no, not today. And we see Echo coming in for the counter gank. It's a 3v3 in ball lane. Hecarim looking very low. Instant kill going over to the Echo. Unfortunately, no follow-up on that as Jinx flashes away.
And just a case of maybe overstaying there from Tebow. Yeah, just, you know what I mean, staying a bit too much. This is Leona, though. The engages have been super, super clean so far.
They have, and I don't think Tebow necessarily stayed. Rather than Leona went straight back in after he backed out with knowing the Echo was on his way and just capitalized on him being slightly out of position.
It's just Leona was one of these chances that when you sniff that opportunity, you've just got to go for it, really, haven't you?
Absolutely.
That's why the pick's so good. It's such reliable CC engagement.
Possibly going to get killed here. Oh, he gets out. And he secures the dragon. Sanfetti picking up a kill on the Ezreal as well. Sorry, not the Ezreal. The Echo stealing the Ezreal ultimate. Is he going to get the second kill? Shen grabbing it. No slow going on to Leona, but Leona's unable to go anywhere else.
Yeah,
other than to the grey screen. Fantastic capitalization on the dragon play. Echo getting too low and just getting caught out.
And he sniffed that, and Sam knows that they're starting the Drake. They've gone over vision to get there, and he's made them absolutely punish them. You know what I mean? Claytrons will be happy with the Drake. They stopped that win condition, making it so straightforward, but
really smooth. Really smooth. The Wizard coming out and going back in, just sliding across. Shen taking a massive trade here into the Fiora, but tanking so many minions is no longer really...
Yeah, needs to give that up.
Yeah, but let's see Hecarim coming in.
Heka.
He has a W.
Jaws 3 music.
Oh, and she flashes his ultimate, unable to get, you know...
Run!
At this stage, you really should have bought boots. You would have maybe left.
But I'll tell you what, Pex GF, the parries are clean.
They are some of the best parries I've seen from a Fiora in quite a while, and that's because I haven't seen a Fiora in quite a while at the same time.
It's because you retired from League, that's why, Gary.
Yeah, I broke the curse of League of Legends. I'm now stuck in Valorant territory.
You're gonna come cast for me. But as you see, the gold lead is growing for HH. They are going to be able to start enacting their will on this game. Echo is picking up some CS though. He's going to challenge here.
Oh yeah, and we see Echo's ultimate getting stole by Silas, giving him a clear way to get out as he just dodges 2 types of CC and just walks away. Just taking a look at that goalie difference though, there is a 1200 coming up to 1300 difference between the Silas and the Syndra in the mid lane. And there is not that much of a difference in the jungles, even though there's another kill picked up on the Hecarim. There's only 400 gold of a difference right now.
Yeah, and I think right now what you're really wanting from each... Oh, here we go.
Here we go. W just came up off cooldown again. Flash coming out, unable to secure as the red buff Red Smite picks up the kill on Bex GF and the Fiora. We see Sanvetti getting ganked again once again here mid lane and is unable to get secured. Is he possibly getting out right now? Oh, the slow came through, and it gets picked up finally. Excellent gank from the Wizard and Shadow Hopper.
Oh, Shadow finally getting some revenge for the early dominance from Sam. I was literally about to say what you want from HH after getting the Fiora kills to push in, get vision, maybe slow the game down a little bit, go back and buy, and next thing you know, Wizards is making his presence known on the map. He's forcing a gank. He's getting movement out from Sanvetti and eventually getting the kill. Yeah. And Syndra can breathe a little bit now.
Leona engaging onto the Karma, who still does not have flash right now. A full engage going in here. Ultimate coming out from the Ezreal. Easy pickup. Potential kill on... Oh, it's so close. A potential kill on the Jinx. I thought there would have been a bit more commit there in the Tardai, but keeping it safe, keeping it clean, just getting a little kill onto the Ezreal. And what I was going to point out there was that actually, you know, looking towards the mid lane again as well, Shadow Hopper, whilst being quite behind and getting oppressed quite heavily by the Silas, is still ahead in farm. And
absolutely
ahead of farm as well. He's farming extremely well. We see Hecarim coming into the bot lane, missing his ultimate due to Ezreal, but still landing the E himself, getting the running forward. Is he going to get the kill here on him?
Should get the kill.
Does not get the kill. Ezreal walks away.
Leona.
Being it clean.
And that's where you tip your support. That's where you
always tip your support, guys. Always tip your support.
No, you're right though. The CS across the board for Claytrons is really strong. Yes, they're giving up kills, But HH aren't really getting the objectives to really sort of capitalize on those kills. So what you're basically seeing is Claytrons basically going, we'll go full turtle, we'll grab this CS, we'll keep up with gold with you in this way. You know what I mean? We have got scaling options as well, and going down that way. What I'd really like to see from HH is actually trying to get some deeper vision now. Like the Hecarim's there, the Hecarim's strong, so is Sam Vetty. Use that 2v2, move your vision lineup if you can. But so far, the game has been an absolute bloodbath with 10 kills in 11 and a half minutes, which is pretty crazy.
Little pickup as well here in the last 3 minutes. The goal gap between mid lane has bridged by 600 gold, with there only being a 500 gold difference now between the two, as opposed to an 1100 gold difference a few minutes ago. That kill really helped Shadowhopper get his lead back, especially by keeping the CS as head as he has.
I'm going from memory here. There was a slight shutdown as well on Sam Vetty, if I've got that right. So that's always going to help. I mean, it's interesting to see what happens over Drake. You know what I mean? Because Claytrons obviously want this. They want to start that dragon snowball rolling. And obviously, once you get the tier 2, it's really interesting. Shen ult is up. That is a good thing to keep remembering on. The Shen ult is definitely up. So.
And we see possibly just instantly caught out. No, thankfully he uses his get out of jail free card, presses R and walks away, finding 4 of Hentai Haven's members in the bush.
It's such an annoying ult to deal with. It's such an annoying ult to deal with.
The thing is, though, it's a huge advantage of him not having that with the Dragonfly coming up.
Absolutely.
See a fantastic ult E coming out from T-Bow on, straight on to the other jungler. I don't think he's going to be able to actually finish the kill. I'm a liar. Yes, he is. He is so fast. He pressed his ghost. He is Hecarim. He will run him down.
And that's it. That's straight going over to HH, which we thought was going to happen. It was trading top.
Trading top? More like getting a slap top.
What is top lane's like the only lane in the league where something happens.
That's it. Yeah, like, you know, Ezreal ult was very close, very close. But like you were saying there, only it's lane in League of Legends where you look top and you just see 2 wet noodles hitting each other back and forth, you know.
You think something's going to happen, and actually, this guy's got another 3,000 HP or something like that, and they just completely back off anyway. So it doesn't really
going
matter.
In for another gank into the mid lane, and Syndra having no flash right now. This should be a very easy pickup for Sam Vetty once again. Now picking
this Hecarim pick, I have no idea why it was allowed through. Like, you only had to watch the games from last week to know that T-Bow is an absolute menace on this champion. And Sam Vetty is just sitting there going, okay, cool, keep feeding me kills, please. Thank you very much, Mum. Thank you. And T-Bow's like, yes, here you go. Have more gold. Don't understand how they're going to deal with it.
Just even looking at the items, Sam Vetty now having his full completed mythic along with Merc Treads against, you know, 2 half and items coming out of Shadowhopper. It matters.
Did they dive top?
Honestly, I expected the Shen to dive top last time he hit the Fiora there, but he just decided to eat.
I can understand why not, right? It's not the easiest thing in the world. Like, she's got the parry up, she's got her flash up, she can definitely outplay you. But Shen was full HP there. I definitely would have expected him to go.
You know, I was more expecting. I was just more expecting to see a Halo Blade Shen in this matchup against the Fiora. I feel like that really would have actually made the fighting a lot harder for Fiora. You know, you can't really trade against, you know, an EQ Shen who's going to hit you 3 times in 1 second. We see another abusive gank coming
Shadow Hopper, I'm sorry.
This is honestly just... It is abuse at this stage. They just know where the weak link is. They're constantly abusing the weak link, and they're really pushing their advantage. They know what their win con is. Their win con right now is getting Sam Vetty as much kills as possible and getting as much objectives down as possible.
Well, this is the thing. The Hecarim's ahead. How, you know what I mean? How do you stop a fed Hecarim? You know what I mean? I don't think anyone can. That's why the pick is so good right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with the Everfrost, you've just got pretty much guaranteed engage if Silas hits those chains. He's going to hit the change, you're stunned. He's then going to hit you in the center of Everfrost, you're stunned for longer, and then Hecarim's going to show you why you should fear the pony, right? And it's just not going to be good fun for you, mid, bot, top, wherever you are.
Especially but once having such an immobile mid lane as well, you know.
Absolutely.
Against such high mobility and very easy to land, you know, CC jungle and mid laner against that.
I think really right now the golden light for Claytrons is that the Edgel's doing well, Fiora's doing really well. She's up 20 CS. They need to start trying to snowball her. They need to start getting her winning these 1v1s outright and not letting the mid game kind of dominate. You know what I mean? Because at some point Sam Vetti's going to get into a side lane and Fiora's going to have to deal with him, or Syndra's going to have to deal with him. And I mean, in how they basically deal with this snowball is going to be really, really important.
Oh, it's happening again. Here we see the kill once again going down on the Shadow Hopper, getting caught out by the Hecarim. The stolen Leona ult coming and landing perfectly. How does that feel, Leona, getting hit at your own ultimate? And we see a fight coming in here as well in the top lane. Shen looking to put a lot of damage down onto the Echo. Potentially going to get a pickup here coming from the Hecarim. Hecarim shoot ult here. Yep, absolutely. The Hecarim is just going so fast, you cannot run away from him. Popping the Ghost once again. It's on such a low cooldown since its buff about a season ago, and it really is getting put to good use in this game right now.
And I just don't know what Claytrons can really do here now. Like, they've lost control of their jungle. The rotations are quite slow. You know what I mean? It just feels super, super bad to be in this position. Like, you've got to go full turtle. You know what I mean? You're 16 minutes in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Well, at the end of the day, right, there's actually quite a few options I can see here what, Claytron can do. And I think the big one right now is they need to start getting kills. They need to start being a little bit more proactive. Like, potentially, I say that, there's stuff happening here, but, Sam Vetti's coming back up. The raid boss is walking up towards, there's a flash coming out. There's a shadow coming out. And now Sam Vetti is fighting. And honestly, Shadow Hopper's so far behind, there's nothing he can do there. His Qs aren't hurting as much as they should right now because he just has no finished items. He's got 3 components and not a finished item in sight. And it's really, really, really hindering his damage right now. I fully believe that if they start turtling and they start being a bit more proactive with the Syndra, that is their win con. That is how they come back right now. The Ezreal will naturally scale regardless, but the Syndra needs to get some more gold funneled into her, or she will be useless other than a stun machine.
Yeah, I think snowballing is the right option. I just think that it probably needs to go into the Fiora at this point. Like, I don't see a world in which Ezreal can deal with Sam Vetti for the next 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Your best bet is to get Fiora to be able to beat this Shen, make them put Sam Vetti with her, make them move their Fed member to your Fed member, and then you can potentially win the 4v4. The option is that Hecarim seems to be everywhere. I mean, I'm going to start calling T-Bar a blanket because everyone's underneath him as far as I'm concerned. It's crazy how well he's playing this map. I just don't know what else they can really do.
No. Yeah. Your analysis, I think, there is pretty much spot on.
It's one of those, there's absolutely a chance that Claytrons will win this. Look, we're playing silver, gold, plat. Mistakes will absolutely happen. HH are not going to play a perfect game, but it's just like you said. Turtling was the wrong word. They just need to be cautious, potentially. Find those mistakes.
And be proactive. For example,
absolutely.
We just saw Shadow Hopper securing that blue buff off that, and also securing
Rift Herald.
Rift Herald, massive, massive objective right now. They might be able to just send that to a side lane. I see it was picked up by the jungler, but I think maybe it should be picked up by the Ezreal. Send it to a side lane, put the pressure there, and let Fiora just go somewhere a little uncontested.
Because the Ezreal is subtly farming, right? He's getting the
Fiora
CS.
doing things. Fiora's going in really hard against the Karma. Is she going to get the heal? Is she going to get... Oh, that ultimate coming out. The flash coming out from the Fiora. That is so close. Use the ultimate on the Jinx. Not living at all. Dying as well to what looked like the Aerie. We see picks coming out here for days. Are we going to see possibly Ezreal going to get a kill or two? But he got hit by the Leona ult. And we can keep going, and a nice disengage, coming out from there. Honestly, that was the biggest fight in Claytron's favor in a while. Really showing the power of Fiora right now. Fiora being so oppressive, able to go 1v3 and live that long against people so fed is huge. Leona's caught out here. And maybe going to actually flashes out, lives. Ezreal maybe getting the kill. Oh, and getting an 800 goal shutdown, so plus 300 on top of that. Huge shutdown going towards the Ezreal. That is what they needed. Sam Vetti getting shut down, Ezreal getting the goal, the carry really getting something, and that's it. We see, do you know what? I've really got to say this as well. Echo has been so good on the rotations. Every single time a lane has been opened, he has been there to stop a tower going down. Every single time.
Mate, Shenzing's got his blue suede shoes on there, just dancing around that team fight. When he got hit by the Silas stolen Leona stun, I thought he was dead. That's why I shouted out. I thought he was going. And he stays up, and then he gets the big kill. Gets that shutdown gold. And maybe that's pulled it back a little bit.
He's just built different.
Going full Chad mode. I like that.
He really is. He just face tanked the Hecarim and the Silas and walked out like it was nothing. I can't do nothing but respect the balls on that man.
Yeah, because I'd have been running. I'd
We all know you,
I'd
man.
have
We
been
all know
tier
you,
three.
don't worry.
I'd have had my I'd had all my defensive items built. I mean, I'd be just like, I am not carrying this game. But there is a ray of hope there after that. I mean, they brought the gold back to a 4K, around about 3 or 4K gold lead, which I mean is not unsurmountable.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just taking a look as well, like the goal difference between the AD carries is negligible right now. They're actually identical. Even though there's a 20 CS of a gap between the two, but it looks like potentially, I say potentially, he just absolutely is getting caught out, giving a little bit of flair, knowing he flashed, knowing he fucked up, and just flashes mastery. He's like, all right, you got me.
There's one thing that the Echo has been actually really good with the Wizard. His mistakes haven't been too big, but there it's just a little bit disrespectful. I mean, understand that your mid tower is gone and you don't have that presence anymore. And then Claytrons just need to try and get this jungle warded up a little bit more. I know it's really tough.
Wow!
Oh,
Wow! Where did your health go?
And that right there is ADC life.
That is AD carry in every season after season 4's life. Just getting one shot by a Hecarim going about 3,000 miles a minute.
He burnt his flash, his E, and still died. Okay, to the Hecarim. But ADC is a problem role, I've been told.
Yeah, we can see that. That's really unfortunate as well. Like, honestly, going from full HP to less than a quarter with one Hecarim E, with the boost coming from Karma, with the ultimate.
Shen could die here.
You know, it was a lot. And yeah, Shen really losing that trade against the 0-3 Fiora there, having to EOA. It's just...
I really like how he played it though, because he kept that one side against the wall, obviously trying to delay the completion of the ult, and it really did nearly work.
Oh, yeah.
What you're seeing here is called Fiora is a champion, and it doesn't matter how far you put this woman behind. If you give her time to scale, you give her XP, she is absolutely going to kick you where the sun doesn't shine.
Let's take a look at press X on your specs here and take a look at those numbers. Fiora,
there we go,
is 500 gold up on the Shen right now. Even
look at this Hecarim again. Oh
my god,
no.
Hecarim permanently just running down the AD carry, does not care. The kill going over the snipe to the Jinx because of the Echo pressing R's, donating her life away. And look, I do not like being pessimistic and I do not like being definitive, but I do not see a way for this game to go in Claytron's favor anymore.
I said the Hecarim should be banned, and you've just seen why it should be banned. Okay, it is literally it's like racing on the Nuremberg ring. If he sees you, he's gonna catch you. He's gonna run. He's gonna ghost. He's gonna ult. He's gonna Q, and you're absolutely gonna get put into the dirt if you're an ADC.
Absolutely massive Fiora damage when she hits them points. This is a flashback. I am seeing the exact same thing as last time. This is identical, except Fiora did not get hit by his stun this time. His taunt. Unable just to get through there.
If Claytrons can hold, and it's a big if they can hold, no one can handle Fiora in this team. No one.
I don't know, man. I don't agree with that at all.
Try it with numbers. They're going to try it with numbers right now. We're going to see.
Yeah.
I
think Hecarim would still be able to 1v1 her. The man's just huge. Oh my god, we're excellent play here. Holding his ultimate through the last second, and we see he's just running straight through again. Does not care. Honestly, Hecarim goes where Hecarim pleases at this stage.
Yeah, you're not stopping that man at all. It's just, yeah. I mean, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Riders of Rohirrim, they're coming. And being led by Hecarim. This is, it's not fun. He's 9-1-7. He's absolutely massive.
So just taking a look there at the gold statistics right now, we have 4,000 gold difference coming between the junglers right now. Somehow Shen has regained his gold difference. There's now 200 gold up.
They got the shutdown, didn't they? Because she got a shutdown through CS.
So she did. You're very correct on that. And we also see, a pause coming through. We see a pause coming through.
Oh. So this happened with us. HH has to just take a bit of a medical break with the bot lane, which is okay.
That's fine.
Look, it's. I suppose realistically, we've got to discuss what Claytrons could actually do here to turn around the gold deficit, to turn around the game itself. Been it's super hard. They've got a lot of standing tower gold, right? So they've got mid tier 1 and in bottom lane tier 1 to get.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a possible way to get at least $1,000 back, as well as obviously you get the bonus bank, you get the bounties back now. So there are definitely ways back into this game. I think the problem is to do that, you've got to get through Hecarim. You're staring down an Infernal Soul. You're staring down a possible Baron play. There's many ways that HH can play this that leads to a game end. Claytrons have got to try and be a little bit guerrilla warfare. I mean, use the Fiora. I'd have loved to have seen a Hull Breaker from her, but I mean, I don't think we're going to see one of them now.
I'm really shocked a Hull Breaker didn't come out second item, you know? I really, really am. I was expecting it to come through because she is pretty much sat alone in the top lane this whole time. We see I
think so. Hullbreaker got a ranged nerf a patch or two ago, and a lot of players now think that Hullbreaker is not good anymore. The melee part of Hullbreaker didn't change, so the reason why you picked it up is still there. You know what I mean? And I see that players just don't like to take this as much, as our stream is definitely going to have some fun.
I got a freeze on my playback.
Yeah, me too. We'll see if British can fix it. Oh, I'm back. Are you back?
Good. Everybody's back looking at the stream. Everything's good.
See, look, as I said, look, Sam Vetty doesn't want any part of it. He knows that Fiora is going to be a problem. So if she would have got a Hull Breaker right now, her presence on that side lane would have been so much more impactful, in my opinion.
I really think if they're able to pick up the Baron steal right now, but are we going to potentially see a death going on to the Hecarim flash coming out from the Syndra right here? We see a tumble coming in from the Shen. Shen hitting, missing his E actually. We go through, and Fiora pressing her W on the
Q.
Still getting picked up. Baron going down right now, going to Hensai Haven, being able to pick up, and sliding straight out of the pit, going in for the fight immediately after that. This could potentially see a game-ending fight right now. We see Syndra on less than no HP, and we see Leona walking to the side, but Ezreal getting picked up by the Jinx. Jinx getting crazy, and getting a double kill going to the Hecarim, finishing off the Echo. It looks like the game is over. Leona just sitting there like, please don't look in this bush.
Mission Impossible music on in the background, getting into character. And we should just see a nice, comfortable entry mid.
This is the game ending. That is a fantastic first game, a bloodbath. Like you said, 10 kills within 11 minutes. And here we see it being rounded out. And
do you know what? It felt close, and then all of a sudden Sam Vetty gets that first blood in mid. Yeah, and you're almost like, okay, cool. Hecarim has his way into this game, and my God, did he blow the double doors down? I mean, 10 minutes in, I think she was 3-0-3.
I don't think it was the first blood. I actually think it was the second fight where she blew her flash, and that was when Hecarim realized, I can do whatever I want now. There's no way she can get away from me.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully, I really hope that Claytrons do ban this Hecarim. If they're not going to play, if you're not going to play, guys, if you're not going to play Hecarim, ban it. Okay, it's so bloody good, and it's so easy to play. It's so easy to pilot, and it's such a win condition. I mean, do not let this champion through draft, please. Okay. No. I speak on I speak on behalf of every ADC player out there. Please do not let it through. I believe we're going to take a little break. Is that right, Blaze? Yeah, okay, cool. We'll take a little 5-minute break and we'll be back for game 2, guys. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, I'll see you guys then.
And what a fun game one that was. We've had our maiden cast, Gareth. You enjoy that one?
Yeah, honestly, what a great game to come back to casting to. I haven't casted in quite a while, and it was just really nice to have a game that was just really proactive and a lot of things happening at one time. It was just really fun to watch and really fun to actually talk about. So yeah, it was great.
Absolutely. The only thing I'd like to change is that it's a bit closer. There's a bit more back and forth, a bit more 1-2s going both ways, which would be really good fun. Really interested now to see what happens in this draft. So while we were taking a break, you were like, "What do you think is going to change?" And I think now HH showing that Jinx pick is so big for them because now they can play normal. Okay, and people are going, normal? Why is that a problem? HH can play double mage bots and they can play a lot of them, and you have to ban some of them out to make sure that your ADC is not just put into the dirt, but you're now always going to leave a really good ADC pick open to them.
Yeah,
right?
Like at the end of the day, there's now that mind game of right. They've played mages the whole tournament, and now they've just shown one standard lane, so you can't ban mages out and you can't ban AD carries out at the same time. They can just flex it with everyone. And
Absolutely.
just that, like, right. Honestly, in that 5-minute break, if I were Claytrons, I would have sat there and I was like, how do we stop that from happening at this stage? You know,
I could give you number one. I can tell you how the first thing you do.
Ban Hecarim!
Ban the blooming Hecarim, okay? Ban Hecarim. I'm going to keep saying it this whole entire season. If they let Hecarim through again, I'm going to throw my bottle out of the window and I'm having no more water for the rest of this cast because I'm going on strike. It is the first thing they need to do is get rid of this Hecarim. The other thing they need to do, in my opinion, is they need to draft a really strong bot lane. I know it's really scary. Going into a double mage bot lane, they've got loads of CC. It's going to absolutely tilt your ADC out of its mind, and you don't want to go into it. But you can't just be passive. You know what I mean? Definitely, if you're going to give them a strong jungler, you can't be passive because, as we saw, it takes one lead, it snowballs into another lead, it snowballs into another lead.
It just turns into next thing you know,
absolutely right. And you're 7k down, you don't know what you're doing, you're absolutely scrapping for second Rift Heralds just to get something in the game. So I think it's really, really big now that firstly they ban this Hecarim, and then they draft a really strong 2v2 bot lane.
This has to be a Hecarim ban. This has to be a Hecarim ban.
If they leave it open, I'm throwing I swear to God. Oh my God!
Here we go
No!
All the way over to me in Ireland, please.
Oh
that's
my
it.
word. Dude,
so
come on.
Oh man, that's it. That is right. There is one. They 100% have a plan this time. I do not doubt it whatsoever.
They have to have a plan. They have
to have sat there and said, right, let him pick it. Let him get comfortable with it. And we'll show them the business. This has to be.
They better have a plan at Ocean 11's magnitude. Like, I'm talking 8 guys going in to rob a Las Vegas casino. No one gets caught, in and out. Italian job kind of mechanics without the hanging over on the cliff. Because,
a misfortune pick.
I'm super excited. Like, I hope I'm wrong. I want this to be a back and forth. I really hope I'm wrong. But that Hecarim's got so much pressure.
Do you know what I really would have liked to have seen here? I would really like to have seen a Kaisa AD carry coming out from Claytron.
Yeah,
I think that would have been the one. I think that would have been it. But I see what they're going here for. Obviously, the Jarvan lockdown and the misfortune for team fights. Like they want to cut everyone apart before a team fight gets extended out.
And that's what
coming through here.
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Is this going to be your bot lane? Is this going to be the
potentially
bot lane?
And that's why I don't think that's why it's really hard to pick a really aggressive ADC into these guys, right? Because they've got so many disengage options: Veigar, Heimerdinger, Brand, Zyra. All of these options. I know Zyra's banned, but loads of these major options that can, as soon as the Kai'Sa ults in, she gets CC'd, she gets blown up, and now she's dead.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
As you're now seeing another one, Swain.
Like, where are they going? We don't know. Are they going bot lane? Are they going mid lane? Are they going top lane? Like,
it's like a League of Legends version of Guess Who or Guess Where. I mean, you're playing like you just head to head and all doing charades, and you're just like, what's going on? It's like Scribble but with no hands. Everyone's drawing with a mouse instead. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on. But no, I'm really interested to see. I mean, I'm hoping now that Claytrons go down that one bang team fighting sort of area, which they still can do with the Zeref pick as well. I'm pretty sure the Hecarim ult does get stopped by Jarvan ult, but the shadows will still go through.
Yeah.
So they're still going to get feared.
Fear will definitely go through. Yep.
Yeah.
Here's one actually for you. Do you know what I think is the support pick right now? I think a Galio pick.
Oh yeah, a Galio would be spicy.
A Galio is the one for this, I believe.
Galio would be brilliant here, actually. A Galio would stop a lot of the engage that Hecarim's going to offer, and it'll also set up the MF really nicely, as well with the Jarvan, because obviously when Jarvan goes in, it's normally 10,000 leagues ahead of the rest of the team because of the flag and drag. Galio obviously ults and solves that problem. So that would be really nice to see. I'd be surprised to see it, though.
Do you know what? It's not on the playlist at all, but it is still the pick.
He's not touching silence for the rest of the game.
So we banned the Silas, but we let that Hecarim through.
I want an answer to the Hecarim too. So if Claytrons if cracked it, it saves me a ban too. So let's see what they do. Obviously, I'm expecting Tebow to pilot the Hecarim. Bot lane, it could be Swain ADC, it could be Veigar ADC. It could be both of them in support as well. You just don't know. Yeah, as the Malphite ban comes out, they're sort of trying to say that Wombo combo is a real threat from Claytron's side, actually. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
They're definitely going for a massive team fight potential, here with the Jarvan and the Zeref. And, I was actually going to say Azilium would be really good here because I saw it on the playlist for the mid lane. Literally one of the latest games.
Zeref support.
For the Ahri. Instead, Ahri in the mid lane is huge. She's really strong at the minute, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, her win rate's really good. It's really impressive. Yeah. She's being picked up a lot again in pro play. I think Faker played her last week. A lot of the LEC mids like her as well. I've not seen her a lot when I've played though in this in this competition. So I'll be surprised to see how Shadow pilots it. It stops the 1v1 as many times as well, and maybe I'll get away from the Hecarim too.
No, but that's the thing I was about to say. That's a direct answer to the no mobility. That is like, right, we're going to pick Ahri. We have 3 dashes and a flash. You're not touching me, Yeah,
if Shadow should not... I'm going to choose my words carefully. Shadow, once he gets level 6, should hopefully not be getting picked up like he did last time. I'm interested to see what they're going to go into Shen, because they picked the Fiora. It didn't get ahead. It allowed Shen to do exactly what we said it was going to do, which was influence the rest of the map as much as possible. I would like to see a champion with some CC here. Personally, you need to stop this Shen just being able to ult away from you, and we're going to see that with the Orm. Hopefully. I'm waiting to see. I don't want to talk too much. I thought Hecarim was getting banned. I'd have put my wife's head on the table. You know what I mean? I'd have put all the money in the chips. But
Scott's getting married soon here, and he was ready to bet his wife away on a Hecarim ban,
Yeah, then we see we are seeing a massive team fight from Claytrons. They are not messing around.
And here we see that double mage bot lane coming through as well, by the look of things.
I'm waiting to... There we go.
Is a swap coming through?
Give it a second. I wouldn't make any guesses until these guys line up on the rifts, by the way. I'm not. That's why I'm not going to talk about their drafts until they're absolutely locked in. Because these guys, it's like going into Woolworths and going in the pick and mix. They could go anywhere. You know what I mean? I'd be really surprised to see where everyone. But let's still talk around some of these picks. Some of them are quite unique. Some of them not so unique. I mean, obviously, we saw what Hecarim did. We saw what Shen did in the other game. I'm really surprised to see Echo mid. It's not something you see.
It's definitely not a common, at least for him, his role definitely is more flexed towards the jungle side of things now. It's nice to see it in mid, going into his intended role, especially against an Ahri. I think that is actually a really smart choice into the Ahri. That is definitely one of few champions who can lock her down with a huge slow and lock her down with the huge W stun as well.
And can somewhat match her clearing as well, right? With the Qs, with obviously the passive stacks onto creeps, they normally melt as well. I'm really interested to see how the bot lanes go. You know what I mean? Because if Zeref in Misfortune can just poke and dodge the Swaying Claws, I can't remember what skill it's called, then they should be able to actually take over this lane, in my opinion. All it takes is one Zeref stun to land. MF is just going to open up. And Veigar and Swain should melt. I want to see a full lethality MF here. There is little to no armor outside of the Shen and Hecarim. just open up, rip through these backline carries, and then you can deal with the front line once you've dealt with that. It's really, I'm trying to figure out how these teams are going to fight. And I'm struggling to picture it, because when I think about Hecarim and I think about Shen, I'm thinking dive, I'm thinking heavy engage. When I'm thinking about Veigar, when I'm thinking about Swain, I'm thinking disengage, I'm thinking a bit of poke potentially. I'm not thinking dive. So it's like H's draft is kind of split into two, but I still like it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I still like it.
If you think about it in a grander scheme of things, I'm not necessarily thinking of the lanes as their own things. I'm looking at a Jarvan Misfortune and Xerath combo versus a Hecarim, Veigar, and Swain combo. And honestly, I think the Hecarim, Veigar, and Swain combo is a bit more powerful within the first 15 minutes of the game than the Jarvan Misfortune and Xerath one.
But if this game does go beyond 20, 25 minutes, that Ornn's going to be a really, really big deal. And it's going to be a serious issue for these guys to have to deal with. Obviously, the Ornn upgrades, obviously, the ults will start coming through. And then all of a sudden, a lot more pain will be coming HH's way. Obviously, they're hoping that it doesn't get to that point anyway. I think the matchups are pretty even throughout the whole entire game. I don't see... Both drafts are good. Both drafts are doing exactly what they're, what they need to do.
Both drafts are excellent. These are both fantastic teams once again. Very well rounded. Definite answers there to the problems from the last game, and nice new flexes in the farm. We're finally seeing this, mythical double mage bot lane. So, here, Niall, you're a bit more proficient in the AD carry side of things than me. What does MF build right now? Break down the thought process.
So you've got two options.
Against this team.
Well, you've got two options, and it really does depend on her runes. If she's gone for AP runes, so either Comet or I can't remember what it's called, the other one that helps with the poke, Airy, then I expect to see a full lethality build, right? So it'll rip apart Echo, it'll rip apart Veigar, it'll rip apart Swain, if Swain doesn't go full tank, which I doubt he will. If she doesn't want to do that, and maybe she goes PTA, or she goes Fleet Footwear or Lethal Tempo, then I expect to see crit. So that will rip through Shen, that'll rip through Hecarim, as well as the backline carries. It's completely up to him. If his CS is really, really good, I will always go for crit, because crit is more reliable going into tanks, going into armor. If not, if she does fall a little bit behind, then she always has that lethality option. It's far cheaper. It does a lot more damage a lot earlier on. You spike quicker. You just lose a little bit of that tank busting ability. But at the end of the day, her ult is always going to hurt.
Oh, yeah, no matter what. Yeah, absolutely.
Her ult is always going to bring the pain.
So see a PTA coming out of it as well here. So you're saying we're more likely to see...
I think you're going to see a crit build then if she's done that. Yeah, I would like to see crit if she's doing that. But like I said, because she's gone PTA, it means she's got both avenues open to her. I think it will be a case of... basically making sure that she's comfortable. I'm stopped, by the way, Blaze. Gareth, you stopped on 10 as well?
I'm ready to go.
On your go then, Blaze. Yeah, so she can do both things, and that's really good for her. You know what I mean? What I think is actually really important is what both supports do here. If Swain gets that early dominance, that early lane pressure, and Xerath can't poke him out, the Veigar's going to scale for free, because they've got no real reliable way of getting onto him without a Jarvan gank. Yeah. So the bot lane is really nicely poised. It's definitely who's going to have the better support. It will be a sub difference in bot lane unless an ADC decides to jump into a Jarvan queue or a Hecarim queue, which could absolutely happen. We're in gold, silver, platinum.
We're going to see a repeat here. I think, the last game.
We just learned his lesson, though, right?
Yeah.
He learned his lesson.
Didn't go forward, sat there, looked at them, threw a little flag out, and was like, right, I know you're going to do that.
Absolutely.
Like you said, he learned his lesson. Although in saying that, like, flying back a bit, random comment, you can just tell it's a Hecarim main when they're swapping skins in between games, because who has more than one Hecarim skin?
I'm not going to lie, I've got like 5. I have spent far too much money on this game, though. I have spent far too much. Kids, I am not a positive example. There's nothing to boast about. I take it, but I've got too many skins, okay? Please don't judge me. But no,
some cheeky,
and that's what Xerath has to do. Xerath literally has to poke them into oblivion. If MF gets a free lane, it is such a big problem. But That being said, HH have so many reliable ways to get on top of her.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Swain against Swain being into an immobility carry is just so oppressive. You know, that claw grab, I think is his E, is just huge.
It is such a big problem. Me personally, if as soon as I just seen this Swain, I'd have gone straight into a Kate pick potentially, straight into an Ezreal or even a Severe.
Coming out from ball lane already hitting that, you know, finisher Q with the S-Fortune chunking out the Vigar. We see a very passive top lane coming through here. Looks to be like it's going to be Ornn hitting level 2 first.
I'll be interested to see if Beg goes for a more aggressive Shen build here.
I was expecting to see a bit more.
Hail of Blades, right?
Yeah. If only. The dream is Hail of Blades. Really good counter there, hitting the electrocute in mid lane, making the trade worth it at the end of the day, popping 2 pots to 1 pot for the healing to recoup up on that. And we see Shen coming in for a little bit of a trade. You know, the Ornn taking quite a hefty amount of minion damage there on top of, you know, Grasp Brock on the Shen Q. Huge damage. We see a gank coming into the mid lane. Bit more proactive from the junglers and hitting the charm. And I believe that is it.
That's what you need.
Unfortunately, went to the Jarvan, but that is still Sam Vere being put in his place, being told, you did this to me last game, I'm doing it to you this game.
And Shadow goes, Jarvan, can I get a bit more TLC this game, please? And Jarvan just comes in straight away. That cheesy level 3 gank that we've all been on the wrong end of a solo queue, picks up Clayton's first blood. And I think that's actually really, really big for this mid lane, because now Ari can poke. Oh, she could be so much more aggressive. Confidence is such a big thing at RE low level. You know what I mean? As soon as you feel more confident, you take the riskier plays, you take those riskier things that gives you the edge. And one thing I would say about Claytron, we were asking about how do we defeat Hecarim? Keep the river warded. You need to know where this guy's going. You need to know where he's going to be. Crabs are so important. I know not for gold,
Speaking of keeping the river warded, we can see right now that Hecarim is in clearing the wolves, and the ping went out to the Jarvan. They know Hecarim is going to be about there somewhere. They know that they want to be more proactive in finding where he is. A catch again on the Ari, hitting the E onto the Echo. Being really oppressive compared to the last game, much more proactive. Definitely must have hit a little bit of a caffeine hit in between games. It seems to be a much more awake and much more alert coming out of Shadowhopper here.
Well, I suppose, you know, for these guys, this is their last go at winning the division, right?
Yeah.
Oh, see something top? Nah, none of it.
Engage from
and one thing you've got to be able to do is pick yourself up from getting your ass tanned a little bit, right? There's nothing wrong with losing a game. It happens. You know what I mean? And right now we're seeing Shadow be so much more confident. And just like I said, just getting that, being involved in that first blood does wonders for players like this.
Really excellent slide in there, making him feel a bit more safe. Going into the video and just really abusing it, doing the damage, hitting the stun out, mitigating the counter damage. And the thing is here, if you look at it, that mana difference is huge. The Ari's having to back because of it potentially missing a wave. And is she backing on a cannon wave? No, she could clear out the cannon and dip back.
Ornn is not having fun into Shen.
No.
Not having fun.
Absolutely not. I would love to see Shen be really aggressive here and do a flashy stun. I would love to see it in maybe the next 10 seconds.
Either or, I don't know how Ornn picks up this wave. Shen's got full HP, he's got flash, he's got everything ready to go.
Yeah.
Me personally, I hope he plays it aggressively too.
If I were in the Ornn situation right now, I'd be leaving. Like now we see he went for it back there, knowing what Tebow is like.
Look what Shen is on the map. Yeah.
You know.
That's a massive wave to be missing.
It's a huge wave to be missing. That is really going to set the Ornn back in terms of experience and gold. More so the experience. So this early in the game, losing a wave that big is just so detrimental to scaling.
Oh, an invade from Jarvan.
Oh, are they just having a little handshake? Okay, who got that? I couldn't even see who smite and got that.
Do you know what? No, I think, do you know what? Jarvan turned up. He was like, I'm in the wrong pub and I'm here far too early. I need to leave.
Jarvan turned up at the club at 10 p.m. and nobody's dancing. Like.
he fell for that trap. You know, when the people come out and go, oh yeah, it's free entry before 11. Now you know why, Jarvan's, because no one wants to be there. Quickly gets out of that one. I am liking the fact that the 2v2 in mid for Claytrons is a lot better.
Really nice lane gang coming out from the Hecarim, causing the flash coming out from the MF. Unfortunately, no finish on the Ahri. Was able to Echo was able to dodge a bit of damage and slide away out of that. Honestly, Shadowhopper, is this a different person? Someone else logged into his account? He's a much better player this game than last game.
It's just that first blood, isn't it? It's that first blood. It's that first achievement.
That first blood confidence is just sat there and like, right, Sam Vetty isn't a scary monster like we thought he was. He's just like me.
Well, we'll see, right? We'll see. I wouldn't count the guy out yet. But like we said, Echo is not a normal mid laner. He's not a high meta pick. I think you're kind of seeing why.
Yeah, he definitely.
Ahri is just naturally better.
Mid laners at this stage, you know, anybody who can sit and auto attack him whilst he farms is just such a massive disadvantage. And whilst the pros are able to deal with that, you know, down at this level, every auto attack hurts so much because you don't necessarily know how to capitalize on bringing that HP back to where you need to be. No,
agreed. And I mean, like I said, it is nice to see. And I think this has all come from just Wizards. I think potentially changing focus, going, okay, cool. I mean, we didn't lose the game because of loads of mechanical mistakes. We lost it mainly because of macro, not being able to track Hecarim. And Hecarim loved that mid gank early on. So if I just show my face every now and then, just let him know that I'm here, he won't go there as often. And already you saw Hecarim spent a lot more time down bot in this first 5 or 7 minutes, right?
More time farming as well, you know, being 2.5 camps up on the Jarvan right now, and also having 6 before Jarvan. Sorry, there stuttered a little bit, and honestly, not doing anything with it. Jarvan's like caught up, got the 6. I would have thought he would have went and got top lane. Sorry, got the Ornn maybe a little bit, but apparently not.
Do you know what? There's the one skill that you definitely have, Gareth, is counting camps. You can take that to the grave if you may. Just straight off the bat, I know exactly how many camps is down. I can do maths.
Oh, excellent! EQ combo coming from the Jarvan, flashing through, causing the knockup to come through anyway. Echo somehow still not dead. Shen all coming out once again. It looks like we're maybe going to get a death on the Hecarim, not on the Hecarim, on the Jarvan. Oh my god, what a fantastic counter gang coming off of it. What it was also a fantastic gang to begin with. Trying to go for a little snipe on the R and the Q, but not able to secure the Echo. So many things happened there. That was such high mechanical precision there coming out of both teams. I cannot believe I was able to witness that here at this Elo.
It was really, really good. Like, you know what I mean? Echo gets caught. He manages to hit his Zhonya's in time. Jarvan blocks him from getting out really, really well as well. And it's just little mechanical outplays just here and there. And then the Shen ult again comes in clutch, keeps Ezreal up, keeps him alive. And just when you think it's over, you know what I mean? HH have got their kill. Ahri has a chance to kill. And just unfortunately misses the Q.
Oh, we see a little snipe coming out onto the Swain. The Q bounce hitting him, putting him within the ult range for the Xerath. Xerath saying, hello, mate, I've missed you. Getting the ult, landing it, and just running away. Hecarim coming in for the gank. Flash coming out of Xerath. Is Hecarim potentially going to go down here? No, it's not looking like it anymore. All coming out, and the exhaust coming out. Jarvan here for the cleanup, focusing onto the Veigar. I think that's a mistake. You really should have focused onto the Hecarim. Veigar didn't have his ultimate anymore. Hecarim is now going to clean up, getting another 2 kills for himself. Hecarim is now a big boy in this game.
And I tell you what, the bottle being thrown is completely been justified as Tebow's literally, well, he's 2-0-2. He's 2-0-2. That was such a close fight, though. If Qtari just hits another Q, maybe hits another W, the fight changes direction. They get the early kill. MF is still up, able to do damage, and Hecarim dies as well. This honestly, is so much closer already.
I think that was just such a misplay on the Hecarim's part, focusing on the Veigar that had nothing up, no E, no R, no exhaust. Whereas the Hecarim will just sit there, hit you with Qs all day long. And as we saw, the Jarvan just dropped. Hecarim looked at him like, here, mate, you're...
Oh, Shadow!
And we see a kill coming out. Shadow going for the 1v1 kill. No, you just commit to it at that stage. Oh, he's no more dash of his ult. That's why he didn't go any further. Hits the charm. Is going to walk out. No, Hecarim will coming through, picking up his 3rd kill of the game. 10 minutes in. Hecarim is huge. Why was it not banned?
Oh my god! And this pick is going to come back to beat Claytrons. Oh, we're going to see nothing up at the top.
And we're going to see the kill given to the Jarvan. Jarvan definitely, maybe needed. Yeah, do you know what? Looking at the right now,
he does.
That. He's the only one who can stop the raid boss in this game.
And Tebow, he's already in full raid boss mode, right? You see, what a brilliant exchange mid. Shadow plays it so well, but so does Sam Vetty. Playing defensively, keeps putting damage down. Saves I believe he's flashed for the last minute.
Well,
and the weird thing that Shadow should just go for it.
Everyone's playing out of their mind right now. This is a fantastic game.
Oh, it's such a hard call to make, right? You Shadow, you're like, oh, if I flash, I kill him, but I die. If I flash away, I potentially survive. But then you forget, it's Hecarim. I never survive. I need to flash in. You know what I mean? I need to flash in. But I get it, right? I get why he wants to go defensive there. He wants to stay up. I mean, XP is so big. It's so critical. But what a great exchange anyway. What a brilliant exchange. I enjoyed that.
Even looking at the goal right now, the only real gold league coming out of Hentai Haven is on the Hecarim, and even at that, it is only 800 gold.
Well, look, there's 100 goals splitting the teams, right? Which is crazy. 5-4, you know what I mean? We're seeing a higher level of play. I always feel like in these series, the game one is kind of like a warm-up for one of the teams. You know what I mean? Warband, we're horrendous in game one, right? We're half asleep. Yeah. So it's nice to see that everyone is waking up, the fingers are warm, you know what I mean? They're pressing the buttons in the right way. You know what I mean? Doing the things that we need them to do. Oh, well, you never know, mate. I've pressed some wrong buttons in my time. We're going to see a massive fight around Drake, hopefully.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will see a massive fight. I think
come on, Claytrons, make it happen for me.
I just think they're going to give it. There's no way they can get into this pit safely.
Oh, Veigar cage.
Knocked out. You know, Shen had his ultimate as well. There was the
true.
For
Hecarim's not going to let him out though. Oh,
Hecarim just unable to get on the right side of the the popping plant.
I love this back and forth though, right? Hecarim goes and Jarvan's like, okay, Dad's away. I'm going to go now, and it tries to get a pick on the red side.
Exactly what it's like. You know, he is Jarvan smart. Right now, he is staying at the opposite side of the fights from the Hecarim because he knows he can do the same damage to Hecarim's team. If he's
absolutely.
Just we see a Rift Herald going in towards the bot lane right now. Oh no, we see Tebow sitting in the darkness, unable to land his R though, due to the flash from Jarvan. He is once again now Shen ulting in. We see a catch here coming onto the Jarvan. The ult and the combo coming in. This is it! This is what we wanted to see. We want to see the Jarvan ult, we wanted to see the MFL coming through, and they just got cleaned. 2 kills on the Zenith, 1 kill onto the MF, and we see the Herald coming down the bot lane. That was played to perfection.
How good is that MFL? What did we say? They have to trap this guy in that Jarvan ult. They do that. MF unloads, gets the double kill. They're going to get the first tower gold as well. And then they're going to get a couple of gate gold leads.
Full item from the MF. That was from 2-bit items as well. And one of them was mostly attack speed. That was huge damage because they sat in it too long.
You always forget about the MFL. Everyone always forgets about it, and the next thing you know, it's bullet time, baby. She's going to unload. You've got no chance of getting out of it. And definitely when you add a Xerath in there, you add the Jarvan in there, there's just so much damage to be dealing with.
Right now is 2,000 gold ahead of the Swain.
Oh, well, and Jarvan's got a gold drinker as well, right? So the guy's not going to go down easily. I think the Shen ult got stopped as well, right? You're seeing immediately the difference between having a CC champion be able to stop this Shen.
Yeah. Then I feel he just lets him do his thing, you know?
Yeah, literally, right? Oh, what a great play from everyone in there. I really enjoyed that. I thought at the start that Tebow had read it. Tebow's there, he's going to stop it, and then he goes in, and then just really well played from Claytrons on the back end of that to turn it into a win for them.
Don't get me wrong, Tebow definitely has 5-head level thoughts here, but that was some Megamind level stuff coming from the album. And they just sat there and was like, hold on, this is exactly what we wanted, let's just do it in the courts.
Well, I don't think Jarvan's ult was up, right? It's hard to tell because of the colouring and the shading, but honestly, I think he was just waiting for his ult to come up.
I honestly didn't even look at the time.
I was just too busy looking at the I was in trouble.
I was like, oh no, what's going on?
Yeah, no, that's why I thought they were in trouble, because I thought the Jarvan ult was a little bit down. But yeah, they've bought themselves time. They've now got this lead. They've stretched it to around 3-4k. Now what can they do, right? Can they get a pressure? Can they get another tier 1 down?
Hecarim going straight, maybe accidentally hitting the Xerath in there. We're going to see a kill going. It's going to be going to the Hecarim, yeah. No, able to pick it up. There's Veigar just honestly not even doing that much damage. I'm pretty sure the Xerath Q there did more damage than the Veigar Q after that fight. And we see it's definitely going to be a pickup here onto the Shen. We're going to see an ult coming through onto the Jarvan. The red smite went down. The kill going straight over to the Jarvan. Jarvan being 4 and 2
now. How tanky is on. Holy moly.
Sitting there like, hey, yo, my 300 HP is worth 1,000 of yours.
I tell you what's crazy, right, is MF, right? she's not even that out of position, but because the Hecarim's in the game, guess what? She's out of position. You know what I mean? She's not allowed to be there.
He gets 2 abilities. He presses Ghost, he presses E, he presses R. 2 abilities of his kit, and he covers a whole lane.
And you're just sitting there that's like, what, mum, dad, help, please? Why am I playing this game anymore? You know what I mean? Shenzin's just like, what else can I do here, guys? Like, I need to CS. And then you saw the most non-fun ability in League of Legends in its full glory there, Veigar Cage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Q3 is like, I really want to help. But there's Cage.
Yeah, that's here, 100%.
I think that's the only thing you can do. Either do that, or you get a really, really early GA, just to get as much value out of it as possible. But I don't like that option myself. I think QSS is the way forward. Absolutely. She's already got the executioners. She might as well go for the QSS following that. It's going to really stop her spike. But
it will slow her down, but at the same time, it's going
to keep her up.
3 and 1 Sarah, you know what I mean? He's going to be doing damage. They're going to be looking to her, and he's going to sit there wheeling on them with his ult, his Q, and his W. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. And I don't think this is going to result in a kill, so I'm going to keep talking. One thing that a lot of carries
coming out again.
Yeah, a lot of things that are carries that are elo. They really have a hard time. It's like, no, I need to keep building damage. There's no point you building damage if you're going to die 2 seconds into the fight. Make sure you can stay alive. You'll put decent damage down just with a Kraken, and you can keep alive for 5, maybe 10 seconds rather than those 2. Because Hecarim's only going to go for 1 player in this team.
Oh, yeah.
And it's called Shenzhen.
It's gonna be bot lane. It's gonna be going for either one, whichever one is further forward, and it's gonna be the MF because of the range of Xerath. At the end of the day, that's effectively his safest pick no matter what. And it's not even.
All TP from Ornn. They're going to go for this Drake.
Oh, they're going in really hard here, actually. Yeah. We're still at 4v5 right now. They're being secured over. The Shen coming in onto the Hecarim. Hecarim being stunned forever, constantly sitting there. Shen is in the back lane now, but here we see the Echo going to pick up the kill on the Jarvan. The Echo gets the kill, shut down. The MF picks up the Shen. We see Xerath all doing huge damage, and we see Ornn coming and picking up on the Hecarim. We're going to see a finish. Are we going to see a finish off into here? We are. The unfun Cage causing problems. We see Ahri picking up the kill. I think that's all she wrote from that fight, and they just need to do a reset and walk away. That fight was so back and forth, but it was so incredible to see Claytron coming back and saying, look, you guys had a problem there, and you left Shen by himself.
Absolutely, the fight was so split up, right? And the one way to stop the pony is to CC the pony. The pony's not running, you're not in danger, right? You can just come back.
Hecarim was standing still for 4 seconds there.
Well, yeah, exactly right. And that's the thing. If the pony's moving, you're always in danger. If it's stopped, it's very, very easy to kill. There's nothing to fear. He's already blown his ult. He's already blown, I believe, his W. You've got nothing. You just blow him up. And MF is obviously building a little bit of crit. She's now going into Armor Pen. She's going to still do a ton of damage, even though there's only one completed item. And what you're seeing there, though, is what mage bot laners are not very good at. If they had a Jinx there and they picked up that first kill, or they got through that first kill, she then gets excited. She then takes over the team fight, right? Whereas Veigar's just like, I've used my skills, guys. I'm really sorry. That's me. There's nothing else I can do. I'm just going to watch and look really, really pretty, which I'm sure Oscar A is just like, I'm being pretty, guys. And Shen is not long as well.
Oh my god, missing the point blank E on the Xerath. Xerath's picking up. I'm pretty positive Xerath's actually just our mid laner this game. This guy is huge right now. Nearly 2 full mage items at mid stage. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. There, you know, I mean, it's crazy. We've got like 4 different mages in this game, and the only mage I didn't think would be popping off is Qtari, and I'm being told to shut up, basically. You know, I mean, missing a little bit of skill shots here and there, but
wow, how did he gone in one go?
Seth Curry.
If only he hit that first shot as well. Reeling back a second, though, we can definitely tell that, you know, Bex GF plays Ornn. And you can see that every time so far that I've seen that Shen has E'd them, they have also E'd through that, becoming immobile and just not producing the taunt at the end of the day to do nothing.
It's like what we were saying, right?
The little mechanical differences.
Well, it's like what we were saying. It's like we were saying at the start, right? Comfort beats meta at our elo. And what you're seeing is Bex just be comfy. And like you said, those little mechanical nuances that you weren't seeing before, you're now seeing because he's comfy. I'm going to say, you know what I mean, that they're comfy. There's nothing for them to worry about. They know they're champion. And just having CC makes playing into Shen so much nicer, right? oh, he's gonna taunt me. That's okay. I'm gonna stun him.
Definitely point and click as well, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really interested though to see what the teams now do. Right, we've lost tier 1 mids on the side of Claytrons, but bot and top are both exposed for HH. I would like to see mid be forced in some way. I think they can do it with an Ornn ult, so they've just got to be able to zone them, take away the tower. But I think mid tower is actually completely and utterly full, half HP. So an Ornn ult should make that go down quite easily. But to do so, you've got to get through the impressive vision line that HH have set up.
Oh my god, there is not a point in the map that they don't know where someone is at this stage, you know? On their side, like, it is lit up. And you keep pressing H here just to make sure that it's actually wards and not just me with fog off, but no.
The only place they're missing is around Baron, but let's be real, I don't think anyone's doing Baron at 22 minutes with the comps they've got. No, so I think HH are quite happy to give that vision up in the top side river. But bot side river, where the Drake is, where the objective is, what the objective that they actually want, the vision's really clean. Gonna need to see some more pinks from Claytron, see if they can do something there. There's only 2 in the inventories at the moment. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, you can definitely see that it's just, I don't want to say, I do not mean this in a rude way whatsoever, but it's the low elo mentality where my support and my jungler will do the warding for me, you know? They're the roles.
As you say that, by the way, the mid just grabbed 2 picks.
Yeah, do you know what, my point? I'm just gonna scrunch my point up at the ball, put it in the bin, and it doesn't even matter.
Much that is what you call a caster curse right there.
Yeah, absolutely. My whole 3-minute tangent there is just wasted.
They've probably got the stream open. They can hear us talking about vision. They're like, "Oh crap! They're not going on pinks on shadows." Like, don't worry, guys. I've got this.
Ornn looking to try and force a fight, but unfortunately getting stopped by the no fun cage from the Vigar.
Shen's still got ult here. Why is Shen coming down? I'd like to see Shen pushing top here. You've got ult. You don't need to come down. That's why you're Shen.
On that tower's door right now. We see a catch coming out onto the Hecarim, getting half HP and knocked up. And Hecarim is gone before the fight even begins. Excellent. We're coming through. Shen just got stopped as well on his E. Shen getting knocked out here as well. This is huge. Shen, great flash dodging the Xerath R. We see Ornn still going, knocking up the Vigar, doing his damage, doing his bits. Vigar having to flash out as well. Ahri ulting over the wall, going to catch him. He wants that kill. The no fun kid's flashing in as well and getting stunned because he went too far forward, but still unable to pick it up. Shen ulting, stopping it, saying, no, my Vigar still needs to survive. Thank you very much. And the dragon obviously going straight over to Claytron as well.
Claytron's right now playing these team fights super clean. They've gone, do you know what? Niall and Gareth would not shut up about this Hecarim. I'm going to make them shut up about this Hecarim. They're locking it down with CC. They're blowing it up extremely quickly.
The second he took a hoof out of line, he was caught. He was caught.
Literally, and then Xerath and Jarvan are just running a complete mock in these team fights. You know what I mean? And look, I'll shout out to MF as well. She's putting the damage down. She's getting the assist, not the kills. Scattered. Don't worry, MF, you'll get them soon. But they're making them pay, and they're picking up the objectives. They're picking up the towers, which is what they need to do. Brilliant adjustment by Claytrons, and it seems to be working. But who's going to match this Ornn? Who's going to match this Ahri? That's what I want to see next.
This is the problem, right? This is the thing when you don't have an AD carry. No one's going to be there to destroy tanks at this stage. You know what I mean? We see. Are we going to see the shutdown going to the Hecarim on the Xerath? The Xerath flashing through, getting stunned as well. Stunned for tower 6 number goal shutdown going through, also getting picked up as well. Ornn picking up the Hecarim. The ult coming through, sending all the way back down to the Vigar. He has an excellent map control. Looking at the map, saying, "Hey yo, this is more important than your echo. Sorry, lad." And we can see Ahri ulting straight through, hitting the charm, hitting all of her abilities. Ornn just breathing on him and knocking him over, you know. At the end of the day, this is a free Baron coming through.
And how much better does Shadow look this game, though?
This is a different player. Are we sure this is the same guy someone else logged into his account? He is on fire this game. This is fantastic momentum of ego.
I think what's happened is Shadow's gone, can someone come play League of Legends for me? No, I'm joking. What's happened is Shadow's got a couple of kills. He's feeling himself a lot more. He's expressing himself. He's seeing those opportunities. I think he's just going for them. He's playing really, really well. He's not getting the kills, which you obviously want as a mid laner. Ornn seems to be picking them up. Jarvan seems to be picking them up. But already, only the one death, which I really love to see on my carries. If you're staying alive, you're getting XP, you're getting gold. And he's influencing the map. He's got the Everfrost pickup. he's going to absolutely nuke any of these carries and potentially any of these tanks that he gets hold of. None of these tanks are building MR, right? So Ahri is going to do a ton of damage.
Okay.
Same with Xerath as well.
I just went and did a bit of homework, okay?
Okay,
Firstly, I didn't realize Shadow Hopper was Silver 1. He is playing like a plat player right now. He is playing out of his fucking mind. Excuse my language. And I went back and had a look through who he was playing in previous seasons, and he has so much time on Ahri.
Oh, Hecarim.
Hecarim just coming, seeing a little bite to eat in the form of Xerath, donating the kill over to the Vigar, hopefully pulling the Vigar in the game. But like I said, Shadow Hopper has so much games on Ahri throughout all these seasons, except for this one, which is why this pick seems to have just slid through.
It's one of those things, right? When I do drafting, is the first thing I do is I go straight to past seasons. No, like a lot of the guys don't don't put in a ton of league games, so you have to look over last season, see what their most played is. I mean, it's one of those things. But like I said, I think, like we said at the start, Shadow's playing with confidence, and he's letting them know that he's really, really comfy on this Ahri pick. And if Claytrons do win this game, I would like to see how HH adapts to deal with it as well, because Ahri's a very good blind pickable champion.
I think if Claytron finish this game out, obviously it's not set.
Hecarim gank here.
Hecarim coming in. I'll talk about this after. So Hecarim coming in for a gank in top lane. Ornn hitting his R as well. Is it going to get cancelled? No, he knocks both of them up at the same time. There is nobody here. Hold on, take a look at this. Look at red team going to Claytron's running down mid right now. Hecarim's flashing, ghosting, everything going out there. Kills going into the mid lane. This is more important right now. Ult straight back, he's straight back into the Jarvan. Oh, I'm not too sure about that one. Maybe accidentally misclicked. That flash so close to knock up. Shen ulting through. Shadow Hopper having to die right now. They went too deep, too soon. We got Hecarim come through. They have just thrown their massive lead away. They're still ahead in terms of goal, but this is just not what you want to see right now. We can see maybe a massive pickup coming in here. MF is huge. Did not need to flash that. Just needed to assert some more dominance. They would have ran through that whole team. Walk forward, guys. Walk forward.
Acuity's just taken an absolute hit for the ADC there.
Absolutely. That Shen
Overextension City though.
Fantastic right now. The Shen TP there, Shen TP to the mid lane to get behind them. Absolutely out of this world TP. Really
MF can kill people here.
MF can just press R and say hello, but it's not up actually. So she just
the
the BM. I love it. I love it so much. Just sitting there like, oh, you think I'm dead? No, W. I love it. Small things like that just give me so much joy and so much happiness. And they're pulling the dragon out. They're on let it reset because
it's got a bite time here.
There's a jungler difference. This is the thing. Jarvan still only just came up. Echo is still dandering about, but the Hecarim is going to be there faster. You see an Echo backing. They're maybe just going to sacrifice this out. No, he cancelled it as well. Looking for some vision on the HP of it. They're really, really holding this. Nice. Excellent E. Excellent catch. Echo picking up it from the grave, picking up the dragon from the grave with his returning Q. And we see Ahri ulting straight into the no fun cage. Or is he going to hit the Hecarim? He does, but there's Jarvan's going to follow up the ult coming out. And he's going to get away safety. Vigar still has no more shield now. He's going to get done here by the... excellent flash. Really juking out
the no-no square
here. The no-no square having to cause so little fun right now. We can see MF doing huge damage. And the Gorge Ring picking up the kill. MF all coming through as it just came off cooldown. Oh my god, this is a bloodbath. So much going on in such a short space of time. Back and forth, back and forth.
And breathe.
Brian
crazy couple of minutes.
Brian can't keep up with everything that's going on. Claytron are really just coming out of this game. I'm so impressed. This is a different team. This is so nice just to see them really pick up their mental, pick up their ego, and say, look, we are here for a reason. We are good at this game, and we are going to show it.
Absolutely. Well, so I don't know how the best of ones went with these two teams. It'd be interested to find out. But what's really important is that Claytrons have shown that you might knock us down in game one, but we're going to come back. We're going to show a better side of us. And you know what? If Shensen's ult was just a little bit cleaner on both of those occasions, I think they wiped them there, right? Like, they can't stop them. She got both times she was free to ult, just a little bit off on the planning, but. When we talk about overextension City, holy moly, I mean, one team goes too far and then the other team goes, oh, do you know what, we're now going to go too far, and then they keep going that way, and then all of a sudden you're like, Echo's getting Drake and now we're in tier 3 diving again. It's absolutely crazy. But one thing I'm going to say is I don't know who on HH is going to be dealing with this Ornn, but someone needs to come up with a plan awfully quickly because this Ornn is getting chunky. And I'm talking about me chunky. Okay, he's a big old boy and he is coming to play, okay, whether you like it or not. I don't know who's going to deal with him. I mean, you're looking at the Veigar build.
Yeah, the
don't know if that's where it is right now.
You know, Veigar is definitely, he's got that blighting jewel. He's starting to build his pen now, and if I remember correctly, Veigar ultimate doesn't do true damage anymore, so he really does need the penetration.
How do you deal with him, right? How do you deal with him? He's White Boy Whippo incarnate. He's coming down, right? He's gonna come and party, dude. And I don't know how you're gonna deal with it. I just I can't get over those fights. They were so good. And they're doing a Baron.
Hold on.
They've got the vision. This is free.
Well. They've caught them out on it.
Hecker.
And we see moving down, Hecarim getting ulted by the Shen as well, but Hecarim just, where's his HP going?
Get in the pit.
And it's secured by the Jarvan. Excellent smite coming through. Hecarim immediately drop into the MF after that. They're looking to try catching him out of mid lane, but unfortunately it's not going to be the case. Oh, maybe it is. Ari's ulting forward. She's feeling very confident right now. She's going to hit it. She throws the flash for some reason. The no fun square is there, but the 3-4 man knockup coming from the Ornn and the ult coming through. That is it. The game is over. That is all she wrote. We will see you in the next one, pretty much.
There's no wave.
There's no wave. You're right. There's no wave. No, not like this. They need to rotate top. They need to
get the wave. Oh my god.
Oh my days. Go straight top lane right now, guys. There's a wave there.
Get the wave. I don't think Bex can tank 2 towers.
Honestly,
He's tanky, not that tanky.
Yeah, do you know what? That should have been that game.
Do they turn?
That's it. Oh, the damage coming from the MF. She's
no square again.
The no fun zone happening, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Game's done. The flag's down. The attack speed's coming through. The Baron buff is there.
Oh,
is it? Focus the Nexus. We see MF dropping here as well, and we see Jarvan coming through. Just hit the Nexus. Stop fighting people. They're gonna die! Yes! No, it doesn't matter! There we go, the game is over. What a fantastic game too!
I never thought I'd say this, but heck, they've got to bring back the Jinx, HH. They've got to bring back the ATC.
I was going to play this earlier, and I forgot because so much happened, but you kept saying about this mage bot lane coming from HH, and all I saw was mage bot lane coming from Claytron.
Curti on this Xerath was filthy. Go have a bath, chap. That was a filthy Xerath game. Holy moly. Always there to finish him off. But Shenzhen, that final ult, so much better. It's so good to watch a player just go, okay, cool, I may have got this wrong. And you're like, okay, this next MF ult has to be the one. And my God, was it the one? Melts the Shen, the entire health bar. And you're like, brilliant, bang, now we end. And then you're like, there's no way.
4-man Ornn into a 4-man MF. It's just, that is what they wanted to do. They set out from the champion select, like, this is how we're going to play this, and every team fight they played it how they were meant to.
Absolutely. Look, let's quickly take a break. You go get a water. I need a water. We can talk about this game. We've got the 2 minutes to fill. Yeah. Guys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
We'll see you guys.
See you in a second. And what a game 2 we've just had. Oh, so much fun. Claytrons bringing it back. The back and forth. Niall's Hecarim prediction being put in the bin. Gareth up 5k in channel points.
Crazy,
it's
man.
absolute craziness, right? I hope you guys are enjoying the games as much as we are. And we're definitely having fun. Really excited to see now what happens, because technically, Claytrons dealt with their nemesis. They dealt with the Hecarim pick, right? So
I will be very shocked if we see a Hecarim pick this game. Very
well. I think both junglers play it though, right? So both junglers play it. So someone's either going to ban it or pick it. So I'm really excited to see who that person is. I think the one thing you did see though, and Haven, they have a problem. They've got to be able to deal with tanks, and they just weren't able to deal with the Ornn. I think he finished the game 4-1-7. He was a thick boy.
It's huge.
So I'm keen to see how they adapt and what they're going to do.
Are we thinking we're maybe going to see a standard bot lane again coming from them? Oh, there's a Xerath ban coming.
They don't want any of that sauce again, do they?
None
of that. No, and that was the other one, right? You were very vocal about it. How much the Xerath impacted the team fights and what quality bring. Mate, I'm going to keep saying the guy's name wrong. Otari brought to the picture when he was able to get the Xerath poke down, the Xerath damage down. I don't know how you can. I don't know if there's a champion you can really do that again with. Maybe a Vel Cos, but the range is a lot shorter.
Lux is open right now, and there's the pick for Lux as well. Yeah, I was literally just didn't want to cut you off, but Lux was left open in the first time in this series. Lux was left in the ban phase, and it was instantly first picked.
So it'll be interesting to see if Wizards wants to pick up the Hecarim here. I wouldn't be surprised. That being said, Lux is a really nice counter to Hecarim. Slows him, cues him with the binding, and then we're going to go. We're going to see the Jarvan.
That is a deterrent. That is just a straight up deterrent pick. I would be very shocked if we see a Hecarim pick here in relation to that, especially with how aggressive Jarvan was against him. Honestly, off the top of my head, I can't actually remember if Jarvan has a set counter. It's been a while since I've followed League, guys. Apologies for my lack of knowledge, but if I'm thinking correctly, just taking a look at Tebow's played champions right now, could we see possibly the Udyr pick coming out?
Yeah, you could see Udyr, you could see Trundle, you could obviously see Hecarim again. There's many ways to deal with the Jarvan. The problem is you're never going to stop the Jarvan swagger drag, right? You're never going to stop him being able to come in and ult someone.
The cheeky swap last second over to the Karma.
Yeah, I actually don't want them to share the jungler pick. They don't need to.
No, they don't. Absolutely not.
I'd want to see the bot lane from Claytrons before I picked my jungler. As you saw, that MF did work. You know what I mean? You want to see what they've got, because if they go down a poke bot lane, then are you going to be able to gank it? Are you going to be able to do anything? The problem is with the Hecarim going into the Kate could just trap and flash away. Gale force away as well.
I like that. There we go. We have
another Lucian pick as well.
We have our tank shredder. That's it. Yeah, Lucian's honestly one of my favorite.
I think you're going to see this go mid. I think this will be mid.
I do, but it's nice to see they needed that AD. That was what sorely lacked in their last comp, was they had no AD, because even Hecarim does a vast majority of magic damage at the end of the day.
And they've left a tanky boy top, so now they're going to have to deal with them. I'm assuming this is going to go to tops into Bex, who had a really nice Ornn game. I personally would have loved to see Ornn again. I don't know why they've come out of that champion, but you know what? They could be more comfortable than Malphite. You know what I mean? Who am I to judge?
Malphite's a much easier champion to, land what you need to on at the end of the day. So,
but Bex landed everything. Like the Ornn was really clean.
You're right. But there's so much less counterplay to a Malphite flash R-ing you than to an Ornn.
That is true.
Especially if Jarvan's going to go in, he's going to create the Cataclysm, and Malphite's going to be like, boink, and just knock everybody out.
That exact sound, boink. I want to hear that. When he ults, I want to hear that sound effect. You've got to be able to worm that into one of the casts. That's your challenge. And we're seeing the doggo ban again. I really want to see this Nasus.
I'm just curious at this stage. Why do they keep banning it? Why is it? What are they afraid of?
I think they need to. I've just seen it in chat, and I agree. I would have liked to see a Silas ban here. You're giving him Jarvan ult. You're giving him Malphite ult. You're giving him Kate ult.
The thing is, at the end of the day, we've got Lux and Karma pick here, and we've got Lucian pick. We already know that one of those three is going to be our mid laner, so we don't really need a Silas ban here.
Yeah, but I'd like to see them. They can worm it, Ronnie. They should be able to. I'd like to see them do it. You could put the Lucian top, right? You could put the Lucian top into the Malphite, take your Silas in the mid lane, and then have your mage bot, which they normally do, and then go for a tanky jungler. That being said, I'm with you. I don't think they're going to pick the Silas anyway.
No.
Seraphine, interesting.
It is interesting. Again, they're going for Cataclysm comp. They're going for big impact, high impact ultimates for team fights. Yeah, honestly, their team comp is once again shaping up to be just. Do you know what it is? Do you know what sets them apart right now? Is they're playing champions that are easy and they probably have a lot of experience on. It's so hard to mess up a Malphite. It's so hard to mess up a Seraphine ult. And Jarvan's is literally point and click.
The problem,
I love that so much. Red King is huge into this comp. You cannot Cataclysm a Red King because he's just going to knock everybody up and he's going to do so much damage and you will not be able to do anything to him. That is massive. That is the pick. That is the pick.
And they're going to take the Ornn up as well.
Ooh, cheeky. I like that. I like that a lot.
So basically, what's happened here is Claytron's gone, okay, this is our wombo combo.
Well, what do you think they'll play mid now then?
And then I think they're going to go Lucian mid. I think they'll go for a Lux Karma bot lane with the Ornn top. I think on the other side with Claytrons, I think it's difficult. I don't know where you put this Seraphine.
I think Seraphine feels mid.
I think she's a better support.
Are we seeing
Malphite mid?
Are we seeing AP Malphite mid right now?
Okay. Let's just reset what's just happened over the last 10 seconds because it's a different game. Okay. Let's go. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. So
the big boinks are coming out now. It's not just the wee
Sam Vetti's gone ADC from what it looks like, maybe potentially. You've got the Lux into mid, which is going into Malphite, which once that hits 6, Lux, I love you to bits, but it's not going to have what? I forgot. We're watching Hentai Haven. Let's just shut up until they're locked in. Why am I talking about matchups? And I hate. What am I doing? Why have I not learned my lesson?
I almost think the better matchup right now is actually putting the Lucian mid. I think he abuses Malphite really early.
I would put him mid personally. And you want to get XP on him. You're going to get the golden mid. He gets out of the Jarvan ult. He can deal with a gank.
At the same time, Lucian's one of Caitlyn's largest counters. Anything other than Jinx, he is her counter. So. It's not a bad decision putting in bot lane at all here whatsoever, especially with the amount of abuse he can throw at Seraphine. I just think for me, you want to get XP on Lucian as quickly as possible so he can get scale up as quickly as possible because obviously you want that window to abuse. Yeah. I would have loved to have seen this mid. I think it deals with the Jarvan engage a lot better. I think it will deal with the Malphite a lot better. That being said, I don't think there's a bad lane for him here. He could have gone top, it would have been chill. He could have gone bot, it would have been chill. He could have gone mid, it would have been chill. It's all about where do you put the Karma. And I suppose that's one of the great things with Karma, right? You can put her in every lane bar jungle. She's going to do a good job. She's not going to win you the game. She's going to do a good job. She'll hurt no matter where she goes, and she'll keep people alive no matter where she goes. But like you said, she's not going to win the game.
You know what I mean? So it's I'm really interested now to see how. Because it's like we've gone away from really hard 1v1 potential in mid to both guys just kind of want to chill. They want to get to their spikes. Karma's going to push Malphite in. Malphite's going to try farm under tower. And then post 6, Malphite can just go, hi, my name's Malphite. I'm going to face check you with my literal face.
Literally.
And then Jarvan can come in and clean up, right? One thing I'm really interested to see how the top lane goes, right? Because Nara can go into that Armor Shred, Divine Sunderer, Black Cleaver kind of way. That will deal with the Ornn, right? That's maybe what's happened here. I mean, they've gone, they've gone Ornn. How do we deal with it?
Honestly, all right, so taking a look here as well at Bex GF's match history, they've played they've played Nara a lot this season. Don't have a fantastic win rate on them, but within the last 2 weeks, they have played them 5 out of 6 times. They have been practicing this champion. They want to play.
I'm assuming that you've put the 1,000 points on Claytons, by the way.
No.
I'm just looking at the prediction table. It's the complete opposite way around this time.
Yeah, I did put the 1,000 points on it, but I'm not. Okay,
cool. I'm going to match you. That's all right. I'm going to match you for HH. Okay, good. I've got my. I really, really like both drafts. And once again, I've actually
Honestly,
liked every draft that we've
I
been given
am
tonight.
so excited for this Kane pick. I love seeing Red Kane so much, especially into a Kane comp like this where Red Kane will just run laps around people.
You love the edgy Kane pick.
I do. I think he is. Honestly, I play a lot of Red Kane myself when I play League. He is my all right. So for a bit of reference for me, guys, I'm a Sejuani one trick effectively. But whenever Sejuani is picked against me, Red Kane's the only one that can deal with her. And as far as I can see, Red Kane's the only one that can deal with this Malphite and Jarvan combo as well.
Absolutely. And I just think both comps kind of want to do a similar thing. They want to get hold of that first person. They want to blow the first person up, and then want to snowball. I do think Claytrons is going to have an easier time to accomplish that, though. Right?
Yeah,
You've got the
especially because,
Malphite, like you said, ease of execution, followed up by Kate, followed up by Jarvan. Whoever gets ulted by Malphite, one of those people is dead.
Yeah.
Someone is going to die, and they're going to die quickly.
Oh, I just happened to look and see at the prediction table again. There's now 7,000 on CLT for this game.
Okay, guys. Okay, John, you want to? Okay, fine. That's okay. I will put more money down. Hold on.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. So we're seeing an Ignite Flash and a Heal Flash bot lane coming out of Hensai Haven. I like that a lot. That's a very aggressive lane. They really do want to be forcing those fights in the bot lane. I think the game plan here for Hensai Haven is actually just to be a super aggressive bot lane2 Kayn can try abusing the Malphite and counter jungle as much as possible against the Jarvan. At the end of the day, Kayn only has two surefire ways to get red quick. And that is fight the Malphite and fight the Jarvan. And I think out of those two options, fighting the Jarvan's easier.
Ready when you are, by the way, Blaze.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you very much again.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's really difficult. Like both teams have gone for what kind of feels like safety, right? There's not a hard skill mechanical seeding for any lane. I mean, Lucian just wants to chuck his spells out. Yeah, absolutely right. Just wants to throw shapes out there. Just wants to hit his buttons and gets those props right. Wants to dance all over.
Start to the game here as well, though. At the same time, you know, we're seeing not a 3-man going into the top. They realized that they were warded out last time. They're just going for what to me looked like a pretty lost like invasion / skirmish there. 3 people 2 damage versus 2 people.
They just want to say hello. That's all it was. They just want to say hello.
A little handshake at the end of the day, you know.
That's all it was. It will go, hi, we're your friends, we're your neighbors. You're going to be seeing a lot of us over the next 20-30 minutes. Let's not be friends. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think bot lanes, see, I told you, Karma's going bot. What did I say? What did I say? Karma was going bot. I said, I knew it.
No, man, do you know what happened? They were just listening to us, and I was like, yeah, Lucian's the better go mid here. They're like, all right, let's do that.
Yeah. Oh, my God. 100%. I've just had to change my little panel, because if not, it'll tilt me to no end.
I changed my little panel as well. Yeah. I'll keep reading the wrong thing.
But yeah, no, that's really interesting. Like we said, I think Lucian, if he can get beyond that Q poke from Malphite, should have a nice, free, comfortable lane. Jarvan is going to have to gank really efficiently and really effectively to make sure he pops this Lucian. Yeah. Obviously, if you're a Lucian main, you know as soon as you see the Jarvan, you just E away.
Oh yeah, you've got so much mobility at the end. Like I said before with the Hecarim, it's the same again. Lucian can gap mid lane with 2 abilities. You know,
absolutely.
And speaking of doing a bit of damage here, that is what I mean. To press the attack, the double auto. I was a bit of a to say there. But yeah, like that's what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see Lucian turn around and send them off. Like, hey, look, mate, look, I do damage here. You gotta respect me. And
yeah, this is just a skill check right now. It's just there you go, damage check. You're not good enough.
This is it. They pretty much, as far as I can see here, mid lane's been conceded, right? Mid lane's not going to be able to do anything by him. Shadowhopper's not going to be able to do this by himself. He really does need the help more so than ever right now. And because it's an automatic disadvantage just coming from experience and coming from, you know, the goal that's coming out. Like, he's going to get constantly abused by that. And we see a pick coming out here into the Karma getting double music. I don't know what she does. I don't know. I just know when she hits 2 of them, they get stunned or snared.
I don't think League knew what they were doing with this champion.
That's very true. I think she came out and that was the point where I was like, right, I'm gonna go play a different game now.
KDA's doing really well now. I think we need another champion. But yeah, no, I think so. So obviously, let's just so Lucian's gone mid. Lucian is going to win that lane unless Sam Vetty absolutely has a stinker. Right,
Yeah.
he's going to push in the Malphite. And look, Malphite's going to get his armor. He's going to get the plate still. Cocat boots. We've got a gank here though. I'm going to be quiet.
We are going to have a little gank here. We're going to see first blood coming straight out in the Sam Vetty. He takes a tar hit, unfortunately. I think that is him going down as well. They're going for a 1-to-1 here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second on the Q for Jarvan. Didn't even need to use it. Sam Vetty walks straight back in.
Even though it's 1-for-1 though, that's
blood was huge because that was effectively a solo kill. I think forcing that gank right there actually got Shadow Hopper killed.
Well, no, I just think Shadow Hopper needs to go away. I think Jarvan kills the Lucian there. I feel like it's one of those things, right? You just want to be involved. You want to get some of the gold. But I think all you've done now is given Lucian a pickaxe. And you've not even got steel toe cap boots. That's what you need. You need that armor so you can survive this lane. Now you're going to have to spend the next 5 minutes getting pushed in, getting dominated by this Lucian.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Jarvan can come now until he's 6. Like,
well, I mean, no, he absolutely can. Like, Lucian has no sums at all. He's no flasher. He flashed out right away after he realized he took a tar hit. There's no reason why he can't come for another gank in mid lane again, as far as I can see. I'd be interested in that.
I'd be interested to see what happens. Right, the pickaxe is going to hurt.
It's a huge first item. A lot of 25 AD, massive.
Absolutely right. In at this point where Malphite literally has boots and cloth armor, it's not going to be fun. But Sam Vetty's still got to perform. He's still got to make the poke stick. He's still got to make sure that this Malphite has to live under tower. And see if Jarvan can make a dent here, and see if Jarvan can do something to pull Shadow up a little bit from the dirt.
Do you know where I think Shadow Hopper has went wrong here?
Go for it.
I think not having a Doran's ring is more detrimental than not. I think the mana regen from it, and I think...
Oh, here we go. Lowe's fight bot.
No.
And there's Lux gameplay right there, guys.
Yep. Lux champion.
Goes, oh, we're getting ganked, are we? Let me just bind someone from 20 yards away, and then we're going to walk out of here. As we see a little bit of a slap fest. It's such a weird one, right, with the Lucian. And Jarvan's coming back, though.
There we go. Like I said, Jarvan should just be showing up every now and then and saying, look, I know you've no flash. Walk away.
Kane can come back, though, for...
Oh, Kane's coming in. Kane has had no ganks whatsoever right now. He is doing what my other option I said he would do. He's just farming. He's one camp up right now on the Jarvan. I don't know which camp it is in particular, but Jarvan still has actual camps to go down as well. We're seeing the fight happening here. This is it. The level 6 difference is huge. We're going to see a lot of red stacks going on to the Kane. This is what they wanted.
No mana.
Q just needs to go. One more Q coming out. He's going to go down there as well. Double kill going through. No, and he survives. So the kill going over to the Malphite is massive. He's brought him back in the game. We see Ornn
in trouble.
Oh, where'd he go? Whoa, he's got F by the ultimate. Okay, I did not expect him to do that.
Oh, call the police. There's been a murder. Oh my god. I'm like, Nara's in trouble, right? I'm like, Nara, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. I didn't expect the ult to just hang him like that. Holy moly.
I didn't think it was going to one bop like that. Absolutely not. That was a lot of damage really soon. I didn't, you know what? It's probably because I'm so used to regular top lane stats, and, you know, small Nara is still effectively just an AD carry.
We're in season 11 now, season 11 or 12. Whatever happened after the item changes, there is so much damage in this game now.
Yeah,
holy moly. Hank's just one shot and yeah, I think that's the problem with Nara, isn't it? Nara's really, really good far away with mini Nara, but once you're in a trade and you go small, it's just not fun. It's just not fun at all. You're just sort of sitting there like, and Ornn's just going to absolutely slap you with his hammer.
Hi, please. I'm just looking at chat here, and chat requested if you could swap over the Karma and Lucian on your display so they're in the correct lanes. And yeah, just like look at the fight. Like, top lane here right now is just constantly going. You know, like, this is, they put away their wet noodles and they put out their swords this game at the end of the day. They're just constantly fighting over and over and over.
Nara's gonna get the poke though.
Nara just does so much damage, but that slow is huge, dude. That is he going to die? He takes a tar hit and oh my god, Big actually survives. I cannot believe that. That flash E dash away was just spectacular.
And I tell you what, I respect Bex for going for that play so much, but the execution was just a little bit off. The boomerang goes short. The boomerang may have killed the Ornn, but The Ornn's just so goddamn tanky.
Just taking a look at the Twitch chat here as well. Bob Stroyer said the Ornn ult proc
Yeah, the brittle,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah, and that makes so much more sense to me.
Jarvan.
Actually,
This
landing
should be
that
the kill.
knockup going through. Free kill going over to the Caitlyn. The flash coming out of the Karma so she doesn't die as well. Excellent. Like, just textbook gang coming through.
Oh,
we see a return into this. I don't... my brain is question marking that right now. I would have used that to get away personally, especially when you don't have any AP and looks to be going tank. I'm just confused about that. I am, but I'm sure. I don't know.
I think what's happened there is Shadow's gone. Oh, well, Niall and Gareth keep saying how bad ADC is right now and how squishy they are. So I'm going to take their advice. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to try to prove them right. And unfortunately, the problem is Lucian is playing mid, so got the levels, got those natural stats that can actually tank the ult a little bit better. And obviously, when Shadow's already below half HP going in,
I'm just taking
so they're going to take a Q and a W.
On the back there, Shadow Hopper Pop Bramble Vest. Are they going full tank? I feel like they're going to be going full tank from here on out.
Yeah, he's got to go full tank. He's so behind.
Oh,
That's an awesome ult.
Excellent ult coming out of Seraphine. They're picking up another kill onto the Caitlyn from the Karma. That flash for that last gank going down. And bye-bye, Nar. You're getting clapped into the grey screen once again.
I tell you what, have you ever seen the slap competitions that you see on YouTube? That's what's just happened to Nar.
Oh my god, that's exactly what it is.
Just took the hits and comes back and goes smash. You know what I mean? I see the Bramble. I'm trying to understand the Bramble, right? Maybe the Bramble's for later down the line for when Kane starts going into red form, getting that life steal. I don't know if I would have rushed it. But that being said, you just need armor right now. You probably need a bit more HP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can get there, right? It's not that far of a jump that I'm like, oh, this is a terrible, terrible item. Look, there's other ways you could have gone. I think you need your mythic as soon as possible on this Malphite. They need to do something though. This Lucian is nearly double the CS of the Malphite. Mm-hmm. He is getting out of hand. Sam Betty, as we saw in game one, will carry if he gets ahead, and he will snowball.
He knows how to push that lead through.
Oh my god, Bex is having zero fun.
Do you know what? Bex is putting up a really good fight right now, actually, I think.
When you think about it, Ornn is level 10, Gnar is level 8.
Yeah, and look at the damage difference there in that one, that one fight. We can see Jarvan coming in for another gank here. The Caitlyn all coming out, securing the kill on Lux. There's no flash on Karma. The camera moved away because there's a gank going on top lane, and Gnar is sitting there stunning them. Gnar survives, getting the kill onto the Ornn and unable to walk away as well. And just looking at the ball lane, Karma,
They picked up the Lux. They picked up the Lux.
They picked up the Lux from the Caitlyn ult, and Karma walked away scot-free by the way, I think.
Yeah, just had to walk away basically. Yarvin was still pretty healthy.
We love League's direct-to-camera so much.
That's right. I went to the other lane straight away. It wasn't much else that you missed out on.
That's okay. The top lane was really good, actually.
I like what Jarvan's doing. Jarvan's going, okay, cool. Gnar is dying. I can't save Gnar. I can't kill an Ornn. I can, however, kill this squishy bot lane. Let's go there instead, right?
I believe Bex came out there with a 2v1 and just popped off, went big Gnar, didn't stun them against the tower and was like, look, I'm walking out of here and you're going to die for your silly mistake.
That's the thing, right?
Coming through, isn't it? At the end of the day.
How often do you say in pro play, oh, well, suddenly Gnar, you only have to watch out for the Rage Blade? What does everyone forget? About the blooming rage bar. Next thing you know, Gnar's gone big. You're getting slammed against the wall, and you're waking up in a hospital room with a grey screen in front of you. You're just like, what's gone on? It's so hard to track the bar when you're trying to make a play sometimes, and everyone does it. Everyone does it. I don't care what elo you're playing in. Everyone does it. I mean, you see it at Worlds, for God's sake. So it's something that it's always going to happen in our game as well. Gnar's going to pick up those kills. And what Bex now needs to do is get that XP back that he has lost. He needs to get that equal as quickly as possible. I'm seeing that he's probably going for, I think, going for a Triforce with the Sheen. Yeah. So wants to obviously poke this Ornn down, going for that Tank Buster, or potentially a Divine Sunderer. Sorry, I know Sheen's into both.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like a Sunderer. Sunderer builds in the Kindle Gem as well.
Yeah.
So you see Ornn going for another fight, but fighting
not rage bar,
rage bar. Exactly. Like Gnar just needs to. This is it. Ornn has just hit that point here where he's like, look, I'm just an AD carry with tank's health. I'm gonna bop you no matter what. and it's just been shown every time now. You know, I think Bex really just needs to leave any engage right now. I know Bex is generally speaking quite an aggressive top laner, and rightly so. The past 2 games has won their lane, but you know, this Ornn's 4-1 now. This Ornn's massive. The Ornn currently is 1,300 gold ahead.
Literally, the Ornn's getting ready to go full microwave, right? He's going to get that Sunfire cape. He's going to sit right next to Gnar and just watch Gnar melt. He's got a hell of a big gold lead, CS lead as well. He's 4-1. Gnar's not going to be having fun for the next 10 15 minutes, potentially.
Definitely not. You know, unless he happens to pick up maybe a decent TP.
Yeah.
Somewhere, but like at the end of the day, like it might happen. Dragon's coming up here in what, less than a few minutes, you know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes at most. We see a flash coming in, an ult coming in from the Malphite, and we see Jarvan and Jarvan ulting, a flash coming out from the Lucian, and just giving it a love tap with the ult.
And that's what Wizards has to do, though, right? Wizards has to keep this Lucian second guess and keep this Lucian on his toes. Let Sam not get comfortable. Sam gets comfortable, he's going to poke, he's going to do damage, he's going to get the Malphite under tower. Wizards just got to keep showing his face. Got to keep going. You're going to overstep. You're going to overstep. You know what I mean? Just like that little seatbelt. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
My heart.
Here we go. We got Telber coming in from the Ornn in the ball lane. Lux ult missing all three, somehow threading the needle, and it looks like just to disengage. That means 2 TPs pretty much just wasted. Nothing really happened there. Everybody's full HP. The dragon is up though.
Oh,
you see it all hitting 3 people from the Seraphine. The first kill going down. Next swing of the kill. Huge 3-man stun. Ornn sitting here looking at the AD carry, being like, you look like a tasty meal in the microwave, but unfortunately cannot get there quick enough. The ult going through, not securing the kill on the Karma. Not the Karma, sorry, on the Lucian and the Kayn. I couldn't keep track of who was going there. Doesn't matter anymore though, because Bex is now 4-4. They have caught all the way up and probably exceeded on their goal. Let me have a quick look here. They are only 300 gold down now.
Atari, though. How good was that? Oh, we're like, the play's going to dissipate.
Oh,
no one's going to do anything.
Out of this
world. Nah, boys.
3-man Seraphine. So good.
And it lines up perfectly with the Gnar ult. He gets Bex, what a brilliant ult to follow up.
It's so rare as a caster to be able to see a team so coordinated, like not even at this level, but across the board, just landing those consistently.
How quickly did they turn? How quickly? It was like, let's hit the go button, guys. And they've got to keep doing that. Kate's ahead. Kate is ahead. Yeah, she's going to have that messy middle game that everyone talks about, but she's going to hurt, right? She's going to hurt Karma. She's going to hurt Lux. She's going to hurt Lucian. Look, if you can keep the Kayn off her, she's going to carry this game for you, right? And if she gets a little bit of armor pen, she can deal with the Ornn as well. But the Seraphine ult was spectacular, and she can keep hitting those ults. They will win this game. I mean, it's so important for them to do so. As we see Berg about to do some dirty things to Gnar, I think.
Yep, no, we see a Kayn coming out as well, looking to try and get Gnar ult. Here we go, a complete combo here. Gnar ult causing the Ornn to miss their ult second knock. What we see here, this is that Red Kayn is here. Red Kayn's just doing Red Kayn things. It's looking there like, sorry dudes, it's not happening here. We're going to secure the kill on Gnar with the ultimate and just walk away.
I think Jarvan needs to get out here.
Jarvan needs to lead. Just give the tar up, dude. There's no point in keeping it.
He's looking for the outplay.
Kayn, the outplay of what? The outplay of potentially going to the gray screen here? Dude, it's okay. Yeah. It's just an express back. It's okay.
Like, honestly, Jarvan's like, yeah, don't worry, man. I've got a tower. It's going to be fine. And no one's like, have you heard of this? It's called Demolish. It's a rune. You have no tower anymore. I'm going to take that off you. And then Jarvan's just going to go, yeah, cool, I'm dead now, guys. Sorry about that. But Kate's going to get tower as well, bot, which is nice.
A nice trade is good there. And like I was saying there, the Kayn is now 3-1, 350 gold shutdown. He's doing what he needs to do, and that is just fight the tanks.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, he let the Jarvan go in, he just presses W, 2-man knock up, immediately went into the Gnar and just absorbed any damage that was possibly going out and executed them. Like, that Kayn is executing what he should be doing to a fine tee.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. Kayn wasn't really showing his head up in the first 10, 15 minutes of this game. He was kind of like, cool, I'm going to chill. I'm going to build a little bit of a CS lead. I'm going to get a couple of items. And then I'm going to come out with my Gore Drinker in my red form. And I'm going to actually show you what this champion can do. You know what I mean? I thought they were in a little bit of trouble there when they ulted. Obviously, he just goes and hits his ult, and then he's fine. He gets all his HP back.
Look, at the end of the day, here, this is something I pointed out last game as well. Bex does not build boots early enough.
And
Merc
she's
is going
gone
to make a
cold.
world of difference there as well. I think. I mean, Cull, I think is okay. Cull, I think is fine, knowing that they're not going to be doing too much. They're just going to be sitting farming in top lane. Although in saying that, they're constantly trying to fight.
Oh,
really,
fight!
here we see Malphite ulting in, hitting the Lucian, and then getting absolutely destroyed by the Kayn. The Seraphino hitting 2 people, but no one there to capitalize on it. And we see a fight going on top lane. I'm going to go move back down to the fight in bot lane here as well. Just commentating there. Jarvan ulting, caging 2 people away, and then getting out and trying to keep everything safe. We see Nara then securing the solo kill in top lane. So overall, across the map, that is a 1-for-1.
I'll tell you what, this directed camera, I know there's a 1v1 going on.
I'd rather the 4v4 though.
I'd rather the 4v4. I was watching, luckily I've got the stream up as well. Nah play like big outplay. Here we go again.
Yep.
He's coming from the side, a famous ADC flank.
Is this an AD carry or is this the jungler? I can't tell anymore. They look the same to me.
When I do that, I just die apparently. So I'm happy that worked out for Sensen there.
Is our Shensen's build different, bro?
Yeah, 100%.
Ian coming in from the side, missing his knockup, but we see a knockup coming from Jarvan. He is now rooted onto the tower. He is having to go away here, and we've got a TP coming in from the north. We've got a stun coming through, and they're all so low. We see them getting both double stun. Nar gets a knockup going on. Shut down going on to Nar, and we see another kill going out to Nar. Nar picking up a double kill. And we see a knock-up just barely missing here from the Jarvan. Weird hitbox corrections, I don't know. We see Lux hitting the stun, and then, you know, the snare coming out once again from the Seraphine. Huge fight. Dragon's coming up. Knock down that middle lane tower. Get that dragon. You guys are now ahead by 2,000 gold.
For 19 minutes of this game, Bex has really, really struggled, right? Ornn has been slapping cheeks. He's been making the laning really difficult. And next thing you know, last 2 minutes, Bex has gone, okay, cool. I've had enough of being bullied. I'm now about to slap you. I've got the power of the Cole. Here it comes. He gets the 1v1, then goes down bot and completely changes the perspective of that team fight. Kane's coming from the side. That should just be a double kill. And next thing you know, Nara's there like, nah. Get your hands off my ADC. I'm about to manhandle you.
Oh, we see another potential pick going on in the key in there, but no follow-up due to the double knock-up. Although, like I was going to point out there when you were talking, 5 minutes ago, Bex is 1-4. Seraphine is huge. We see Kayn going to heal all that HP up, nearly full HP after that again. Seraphine and getting picked up by the Jarvan. We see an Ornn knocking 3 people up. Are we going to see potential movement on this? We see Jarvan caging in the Lucian, but then just getting himself out into safety there after that as well.
I tell you, it's so. Oh, these fights are so bloody good. Like, Kate there just couldn't do anything. The range was too much. But Bex again just chops over the wall, and you're like, holy moly, this Nara is just popping off.
Another kill. Just backed into a full item. A full round here. It's just bottom one go. Where's your boots though, Bex? We want boots. We don't want round.
Complete your boots. It's so crazy. Do you know what? I get it though. I rate it. It's got.
I do. Well, you know what? You went from 1-4 to 10-5 in 6 minutes.
2 levels down.
We'll let you away with it.
2 levels down. And what I'm also noticing as well is this Kate is 405, absolutely untouched. No one's getting to her. She's just getting so much free damage down. And I tell you what, she's got the Lord Dons now. The Ornn is not so much of a threat anymore. Don't get me wrong, he's still a thick boy.
The only person who can contest Ornn right now, I fully believe, is Nara in a one-on-one. At the end of the day, like take a look at this. They're having used 2 people for this, and they're expending so much resources and so much time. And Ornn is still doing so much damage. He might actually kill to the Malphite. You never know. You know what? Ornn, I am never going to discredit this Ornn. This Ornn is huge. Nara just ringing around the rosy here for the 2 guys, just jumping over them, doing so much damage.
Can't get Mega.
Cannot get Mega, unfortunately. So close. Huge shutdown going to the Kayn. 900 gold straight over into his pocket. Stick that into your savings account, mate.
Well, but the thing is, HH has a massive problem here. Seraphine ults are changing.
W going on to the Kayn, and we're going to potentially see another shutdown going over to him. It's going to be 800 gold this time. Really, really, really good W, but unfortunately, the movement here. Oh, we're going to see a potential kill here. No, we are not. We're going to see a 4-man trapped in. Caitlyn's too low to capitalize this. It's going to get blocked. The Seraphine hitting 3 people, securing the kill on the Lux. And we see a fight turning over. Caitlyn is dropping through the Caitlyn. This is it. It's what happened. The Seraphine are so close to picking it up once again. We have no way of catching this solution anymore, but that is a free Baron on the table here for Cray.
And we said it right. We said it just a second earlier. HH has no way to deal with this Seraphine ult. Oh my god, O'Teary, every team fight, he's hitting 1 or 2 people, and that's just changing the fight, and he's now about to 1v1 a Lucian?
Looks like it. Has this been a sub diff 2 games in a row?
I don't know, but I tell you what, you've got to deal with this Seraphine ult. I don't know what you're going to do. It's so obnoxious.
You see Orn going, how many is he going to hit? 1.
There's a lot of damage.
Hitting on to the Caitlyn.
Oh, this Baron feels
good.
We're
going to see a potential pickup on this. We're going to get any kills or this. No, not a single kill. Caitlyn picking up both of them. And the Baron goes down again. Caitlyn went from 4-0 to now 7-0. I have no doubt she's going to go back and start building one of her big boy items here.
Shenzhen needs to double tip whoever he's praying to, because to get out of that, I don't know how. Because that all not hits, all just goes, okay, cool. If I can't heal you my ult, I'm just going to headbutt you. He still gets out. Sam Vetty, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Timo just missing the K and W onto the Nara. I think that would have been another pick if that actually landed. Oh, Malphite out of nowhere! Totally missed the teleport there. Malphite coming in and picking up. We see Kane going into him, healing back up again. Unfortunately, I still think it's over for the Kane. It's just really, really unfortunate.
What do HH do?
Huge teleport there coming out of that. We're just gonna. This is it. They're gonna run straight down to this Nexus here. Probably just gonna get the end hit, but I would like to see them try pushing as far as they can.
I just don't know what you do if you're HH, right? How do you deal with these tanks just flying in left, right, and center? Are they gonna dive?
But diving as well, like they don't even care. The 2 people hit with the Seraphine. The resurrection on the GA coming out for the Jarvan, and a kill passing over to the Caitlyn once again. Literally, no casualties. Look at him, just tanking there. He doesn't care.
Shadow's like, I can't kill anyone anyway. I might as well just take it to town.
I am the wet noodle in this team. I understand Nara is now the carry. Like, it is what it is. I'll just take the 4 hits.
Shadow just looking up to Nar going, how do you do what you're doing? I'm just tanked. Oh god, no, run.
Oh my god, here we go, another pick coming through. The ult coming in, secured from the Caitlyn. We see Kane 1v4 in the backline, still doing quite a bit here. Gets stunned coming out of that melee. Unfortunately, that's just it. 1v5 is not good if you only have 2 items.
Pick up the soul here as well, which is just absolutely horrible. I think they're going into an Ocean Drake as well. Yes, they are.
It is an Ocean Drake, yeah.
And Clayton Drake, we've not even spoken about the Drakes, right? They've just been picking them up nice and quietly. And we were so impressed with Sam Vetty at the start, but what's always said about Lucian, how does he carry late game? How does he carry post 20 minutes? Right now he can't.
For 420, that's it. He needs to have 3 items for 20 minutes if he wants to keep his lead, and unfortunately he just didn't get there enough.
And I just don't know how HH win this game now, because the Kane wants to go in, the Lucian wants to go in, the Ornn wants to go in. Who wants them to go in? Seraphine wants them to go in. Nar wants them to go in. Jarvan wants them to go in. It makes that team fight so much easier.
It's the rare occasion that they need to play reactively and not proactively. They cannot play proactively against a comp that's that strong with who wants them to, go into them at the end of the day. Well, honestly, the winning condition here, I think, is actually just Kane. That they survive 10 more minutes and Kane gets a few more items. He's just going to roll over the Jarvan, the Malphite, and the Gnar.
I think he has to get to Seraphine, dude. I don't see. The problem is why he's trying to deal with them. Seraphine's going to land her CC, and then he's going to be stuck in no man's land with a Caitlyn slapping him. Like Caitlyn is literally an executioner's call away.
Gnar here, he just went mega. Is that what's going to happen right now? No, they turned right away. They really. I wouldn't even entertain that. I wouldn't even have went for that. I'd be like, I'll just take these minions, man. Sorry for coming into your lane.
Sorry, I don't want to be. It's like when you were at school and you go to the older years, do you want to play football, and then immediately regret your decision when you see the hair on their legs, right? You're like, oh, I should not be here. I need to back away. That's exactly what's just happened, Top. They've gone, okay, Nar's big, let's walk away. We don't want to deal with that anymore. And it's just like, what? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to think. How does HH get back in this game? Karma's dropping off. Lux is dropping off.
You know what I think the big difference, and obviously I'm going to say support difference, but I'm not going to say from what you think right now. But look at the vision score difference. So only 22 vision score on the Lux versus the 52 of the Seraphine, and it has been a massive difference since 15 minutes into the game. Seraphine was already up 11. Vision score by difference 11 minutes.
Well, yeah, it's interesting you saying that, because we were saying last game we were praising HH for their vision line, for how they control over a river. Now they're behind, and you're like, where's that vision now?
Oh, we see Jarvan coming in, trapping 3 people. We see a Malphite knocking 3 people. Seraphine everybody as well, or knocking on 4 people on top of that as well. We see so much happening at one time. Kane is 1v4 in the backline, or having to get out. Kane That's unfortunate, lad. Well, you're 4 lined up. Just hit that W. Knock them out. Not happening, though. He just hit one. It didn't hit any. He died before he could even do that. And that is it. The game is over. The best of 3 is done there. Banging down the doors of the Nexus.
Oh, and it's impossible to play, right? They can't leave their base. Every time they walk out, one of the big tanky boys slaps them with an ult. That's why you saw the fallen vision. That's why you saw the team eventually, unfortunately, lose this game. The big, thick boys from Claytrons were just coming in, doing loads of damage. But can we just, a sight out for Otari, the ults. Oh my word. Every single time Seraphine ulted, at least 2 people were caught. At least 2 people were caught. And then you've got a Gnar following in, you've got a Jarvan following in. It's so difficult for HH to do anything with that.
Absolutely.
We both liked the drafts at the start, but as the drafts played through, as the comps played through, you saw the win conditions sort of take center stage and take over the game. That being said, what a series! What a brilliant series!
Honestly, one of the best
Really
series
enjoyed them both.
I've casted. Every game was honestly such a banger, such a hit, and it was such a pleasure to actually be able to cast them. Both teams played fantastically throughout.
Oh yeah, no, I had so much fun, and they're going to give us an interview, which is really cool. We're going to get the mid, and we're going to get the ADC, which is really cool as well. So we get to ask them some questions. I'm really interested to see how. Yeah, put them in, Blaze. I'm really happy to talk to them straight away. Hi, Shadow. Hi, Shezin. You good?
Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the games?
Yes.
Well, I got put on Malphite.
I think for everyone, when you've kind of lost the lane, you're going into a ranged ADC, and you're like, okay, cool. Here's sadness. The world turns grey, the color leaves, and next thing you know, 20 minutes down the line, you're like, okay, cool. I'm just going to tank mid tier 2 because I'm Malphite. Like, how did you, as an ADC player, how did you deal mentally with game 1 and game 3? Because let's not be cute about it. You struggled. You got ganked a lot. You fell behind really early on. How did you actually keep yourself being positive? I mean, how did you keep moving forward?
I mean, game 1, it was just a case of I just hard ran it down early and then just got repeat ganked. But at that point, there's just not a lot I can do into Hecarim Silas.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was just a case of throughout the game, like we kind of knew it was lost from kind of 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. We kind of knew it was lost, so it was just a case of like having fun, keeping mental up. Then game 3, it was always a case of I knew going into that it wasn't going to be fun. Just a case of get my tabbies, get my bramble vest, and then just press R later on.
Absolutely, yeah. No, we were talking about that as well. Actually, what made you decide to actually build bramble vest so early into the Lucian in particular?
I just figured with the Kane as well, like it was just a good buy.
Yeah, further down the line. Yeah.
It was just like I'm never getting items quick, so I might as well buy the kind of items I'll need later on now, and then build the tankier ones later on.
And this one for you, Shinzo. What did you guys think about your draft difference? So obviously, because after game 1, I was like, please ban the Hecarim. Do not let the Hecarim through. It's going to be mean. And you guys were like, no. We're going to let the Hecarim through. We're going to put it in the bin. Was there a plan for the Hecarim? Because the Hecarim was so influential in game 1, but in game 2, you absolutely binned it off. So was there a plan that you guys had? Did you change anything at all?
So the first plan was to stop Whopper from inting or Shadow Hopper. That was plan 1, and plan 2 was to put our support on like damage support on bot lane to just annoy the shit out of enemy bot.
Of course, and, that obviously paid off massively.
Fire with fire.
Xerath effectively turned into your mid lane in that game. So
Yeah, we went for more team fight as well in the comp as well.
Mm-hmm. And obviously that then transpired through into draft 3, where your Kate was super clean. Walk me through the game. Like, how are you feeling throughout? Because I know what it's like being in that situation. You've got a Kane in front of you potentially. You've got an all in. How are you trying to navigate the fights? Were you trying to play really reserved, or were you trying to be aggressive?
I tried to be reserved most of the time. I would say just play with traps and let my frontline be frontline. But I also trusted them to play good
And what was it being like with Otiri? Because Otiri for me in game 2 and game 3 was absolutely huge. I mean, who shot calls for you in bot lane? Is it you? Is it the support? Who takes control over it?
Where we're supposed to shortcut. I mean, yeah. We totally short. Yeah, like we try to communicate. Obviously, in late, Audrey is stepping up most of the time, keeping track of a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And do you know who's won the other tie? Do you know who you're going to be going against the next round?
I think it was VNM, right?
Yeah, and how do you feel about going into them? Right, so I remember when I joined this league, everyone's like, "No, VNM, they're favourites. They're going to be up there." Obviously, unfortunately, lost to Garlic Bread the other day. Now they're back on. How do you fancy your chances going up into them?
I think it's going to be a close game. I mean, we played them in the split. It was a close 2-1. Like, 50-minute game 3, I think it was, or something stupid.
Awesome.
Like we've had a couple of scrims as well. It always seems to be close. So I think it'll be a good game, like regardless of who wins.
Do you think that you have a handle on how they play?
It's kind of hard to say since they swapped players. To be fair.
Yeah,
We'll
it also
depends.
It depends what lanes most players play as well.
and you know what I mean. So going forward, and I don't feel like pressured. Like who you let's say you beat VNM. Who would you prefer to face in the final? Would you prefer to face Warband, or would you prefer to face Garlic Breadmen? I'm personally interested in this, as you can probably tell.
I was personally interested in this one.
I think I'd be more happy to play against Garlic Bread Mafia because I know a lot of people of them. So
okay. I'm also very excited to play them. Yeah, I've not played them yet, so I'm excited to play them too. Look, guys, just so I like to ask this question as well. Who do you think was the MVP over the 3 games? Who was your star player? Can't say yourselves.
I don't think I'd be picking myself anyway.
I would say it was probably Audrey or maybe actually Top, one of them.
Going for the top lane. Okay, awesome. What about you, Shadow?
I'm gonna give it to Wizard. A lot of our team fights kind of came off his engages, in the games we won. I feel without his engages, we would have been a bit lost.
Yeah.
Always a good shout. And what's your predictions for your next game against VNM? What are you going for? Be brave.
Oh, I think we're gonna win 3-2. 3-2 sounds like yeah.
I was gonna say 3-2 as well, but because you said, I'm gonna say 3-1.
I like that. That's all the questions I've got, guys. Gareth, you got any questions at all?
Nope, I'm all good.
Awesome. Look, guys, thank you for the amazing games. It was really, really fun casting them. I hope you had as much fun playing them as we did watching. But yeah, look, guys, we'll leave it there. I'll let British take us out and close the stream. I hope you all enjoyed the cast and join us for next week for more Valorant League of Legends. All the best.
Thank you for the cast.
Cheers,
guys.
Bye.
Thank you very much. See you guys later.